Hello. Anyway, sorry for being a bit late today. Welcome into Giggles. Welcome in. Yeah, I was eating dinner. But the good news is that we don't have to take a meal break. So, I mean, hey, late start by like 30 minutes. But we don't have to take a meal break. So, I mean, you win some, you lose some, really, you know. Anywho. But yeah, dinner. Oh. What? Oh, okay. I guess my game is just catching up. Oh, that's right. The skill scrubber. Yes. I told Brave to tell me something. I said the skill scrubber, and then I said one more thing, but I don't remember what it was. But I think the biggest of all those things was the skill scrubber. That was like the #1 thing. Anyways. So the plan is that everybody is getting really picky about, like... They're getting really picky about their living conditions because all of them are really... have a lot of skills. Oh, welcome into Brave. Second first, nice. How are you, Brave? Thank you for your enthusiasm. I really appreciate it. Everybody's getting really picky about the living conditions, so we gotta do the skill scrubber. But there was one more thing I mentioned last week, and I don't remember what it was. I know I was like, Brave, can you tell me about, or remind me about the skill scrubber? And then I said one more thing, but I don't remember what the other one was. But yes, the second first. Yes, the second first. Of course. Skill and... Oh, it was food? Was it food? Actually, you know, I feel like the food problem will probably... It might fix itself once everybody stops getting a massage every 5 seconds. That's my thought. I don't know if that's true. But first 2.0, so true. But I'm not really sure, but you did say food. I see, I see. I see. Okay, we'll see what we can do here about the food. But thank you, Brave. Thank you. Who should we... Who's the most, like... I think Rowan. Rowan or Senna, I think, are the most. I'm just eyeballing it. I can see the math now, but I think Rowan is a 12 difference. Senna's an 11 difference. 5, 2, 4, 6, 7. 6, 10, 2, 12, 10. Okay, so I guess it's like Rowan and Harold because they're both like 12, right? So, okay. I guess we'll focus on putting Rowan in there first. We'll just see what happens. I don't even know where Rowan is, but... Oh, Rowan's right there. Go get dumber. Go unlearn your skills. Go unlearn whatever. But was my chat popped up just before the stream start? Does it? It probably well... It should. It should. It should work. Damn. Are we just... Are we just violently shaking them until they unlearn everything? Oh my. Well... You know, Rowan might be dumber after this, but it's for the best, I think. It's for the best. But yeah, I did start the stream really briefly, and then I realized that I had the wrong title, so I had to redo it. Yikes. Big yikes. But it is what it is. So, Miss Giggles, would you like to let us know about what's happening in your life, Miss Giggles? Let's chat about your life. I haven't really had, like, a proper much of a proper catch up with Giggles, aside from just like in passing chatting, man. It's kind of sad. Giggles started a new job. I didn't even know. Giggle says, LOL, guys, I'm going through a breakup. See, me as the bestie, it is my job and my privilege to know everything that happens first. And I don't even know. It's sad, man. Brave says, I keep getting the new Spider-Man ads. Are you guys gonna watch the new Spider-Man? Hold on. Who's next? Is Harold? So Rowan... I don't even remember what Rowan was doing. Damn it. I guess... learning... tidying and grilling? Would be good. Okay, we're gonna leave a little bit of space. And then I think it was... Harold, I think, was next. Anyways. But Brave says, hopefully it's a clean breakup. I hope so. From what I've heard, he doesn't seem crazy at the very least, so... Giggle says, sorry, man. I've been a whirlwind last month or so. It's been crazy. I gotta stop going ghost. TBH, if I could show the messages, it was very clean, but still low-key sad. The mini taco eating is so cute, OMG. Yeah, man. Isn't it cute? I want to show you guys Lemonade's new burger. It's such a good one. It's so good. Oh, actually. Lemonade just sent me another one. Hold on, I'm gonna save this and I'm gonna see. I have this feeling. I hope it works. Hold on. Let's see. I've been talking with Lemonade about the resize. Okay, this one's not. This one's gonna get rejected by Twitch. Hold on. Hold on, just a second. Just a second. Lemonade is having a GIF crash out. Okay, anyways. So it's funny that Brave says a couple of Cokes maybe could help. It's funny you say that, because Giggles is actually planning on going on a no sugar type thing. So, Giggles can't have sugar either. Excuse me. Giggles just can't have nice things. Oh, sorry, hold on. Anyways, sorry. Giggle says, I want to see in a bit. And, guys, I have some questions. Is it divalicious of a woman to ask a man she's been seeing to open the door for her every time? Welcome, Insa. Is it divalicious of a woman to ask a man she's been seeing to open the door for her every time? I don't know. Well... honestly... honestly, kinda. I mean... Let me rephrase that, because I don't think that's entirely true. I think there's nothing wrong with wanting the door opened every time. It does cross into diva territory when you expect the door will open every time, such that you never need to open the door yourself. I think that there's like a line to it, but I think there's nothing wrong with wanting to be like treated in such a way that the door is open for you every time. There's nothing wrong with that. But if it grows into the expectation that like I'll never open a door again, I think that's a little bit further into unreasonable expectation. But you understand. Also, I don't know who is on Food Watch, but whoever's on Food Watch is not food watching. Farming goes to Quinn, and Quinn's sitting there, so I think Devin's priority is now farming, because I need somebody to... Actually, Devin's right there, so never mind. Marie, you're... oh, shoot. Marie's doing other things. Who's not doing anything, like, really important? I guess that'll be Rowan. Go farm. I know you're not good at it, but just go farm anyways. But Giggles also says, also is how a man proposes important. And I want a treat so bad, not gonna lie. Dude, I want a treat too. Some ice cream would be so good right now. But I think... so I heard about this, like... I don't know how true this is, but I heard that the more... the more extravagant the proposal, the higher the likelihood of divorce. So I hear. I don't know whether or not that's true, but I'm pretty sure that there was a study done, or like a survey done, that kind of shows, like, that extravagant proposals tend to result in divorce. And I think the reason for that being that it kind of... I think it was something like an extravagant divorce will... oh, yeah, sorry. The Discord noise is mine. Sorry about that. Sorry, to explain the Discord thing really quick. My headset... I've been having audio issues lately, so what I've been doing is setting my audio source to just pick up all the noise from my headset. And the Discord noise is one of those things, so that's the reason why the Discord noise will randomly pop up. So sorry about that. It's not really a perfect solution, but generally it stops a lot of the audio issues from stream. The downside being that you hear Discord noises. Anyways, but yeah, I heard that if you... the more extravagant the proposal, the more higher likelihood of divorce. So, which isn't to say that an extravagant proposal will lead to divorce. It just means that by the trends, it leans towards divorce. Oops. I don't know why I clicked it before I actually thought about it. We have 3, so we'll do... Carrying is always good. Farming. Okay, we'll just leave it at that. The next person is... Higby. Higby, you get in the dumb machine. Okay. Brave says, oh, well, I hope you'll do well instead of Coke. Might install an automatic door. That's so funny. And I'm joking. Don't have any opinion to share about that, says Brave. Appy says, it's 2026. Ask woman to open the door. Ask woman to the door for her too. I think I know what you're saying. But this is true. I mean, yeah, open the door too. So that is another, you do raise an excellent point. I do think that I don't know, traditional gender chivalry roles, I guess, shouldn't stop you from opening the door for your significant other. But Giggle says, for me, it's not about extravagance, but more about the planning / intimacy of the ask. Oh, for the proposal. The guy I was seeing was a very simple guy, and I'm not the most simple. And that's a simple way of putting it. I think we both really liked each other, but when it came down to it, we were incompatible long term. He said he was willing to compromise and meet me halfway, but I knew that meant him changing who he was as a person. Yeah. And I mean, no one's gonna be like a perfect fit, you know? No one will ever be like a perfect fit, but I get you. Hold on. Sorry, just a second. Brave, what does this mean? Welcome into Lemonade, by the way. What does this mean? When I hover my mouse over and this pop-up shows up, what does that mean? So, like, if it says Machinery 13, Athletics 13, Piloting 0, does that mean that Higby's bad at piloting but good at machinery and athletics? Therefore, I should... Oh, that's his existing skills? Damn. I should have been doing that then. I've just been giving them stuff that they don't actually understand how to do. Well, that's interesting. Well, that is quite interesting. You know, I probably shouldn't have. You know, I guess some people are going back into the white machine later. I made a mistake. But Appy says, I'm not saying man should ask her. I'm saying Giggle should ask chicks to open the door. Oh, I see. I see. Interesting. And Appy opens the door for everyone. Real one. Giggle says, Lemonade says, as a woman, I kick open doors for my man. Let's go. Giggle says, you're so girl boss. And I would never ask someone to change to be with me. Lemonade's such a passionate one. That I am. Yes, excellent. Okay. Hold on. Let me see if the latest Berg works. Just a second. Let me check. Oh, this should work. Wait. 100... Excuse me. 122 by 122, right? Here, let me try to upload it real quick. This should work, though. It should be fine. Just a second. Yes, there it is. Yes, this one works. This one's perfect. Okay. And that is in tier 1. Attributed to Lemonade. There we go. Okay, if you refresh your browser, you should be able to use the new emote. You should be able to. There you go. But sorry for all the mistakes, Taku. I'll do another emote to make it up to you. No, you don't have to apologize at all. I feel really bad about... I feel bad about being like, it's not a square. But I really, really do appreciate it. I really appreciate it a lot. Very, very, very much. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I really, really, really appreciate it. Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't turn down another emote, but don't feel pressured to. At all. But just know that this goes for everybody, but just know that if you hand me an emote, chances are it's going on the it's going in the list. So anyways. Yeah. Sorry. Anyways. Brave says that's the skills. You're right on that. Some dupes are good on some skills. Okay. Here's what we'll do. I made a mistake with some of the guys that are already done, but what I'm gonna try to do is I'm just gonna throw the people that are imbalanced with the morale and morale needed. We're gonna throw them in the machine. But going forward, I'm gonna keep that in mind before I start allocating skills, because I didn't realize that. I thought they're only good at what you assign them, not like they're pre-good at something already, so... we'll put Devin in the machine next. Anyways. Let me see. Brave says, I would never ask people to open the door for me, except if I have my hands full. Yeah, Yes. I think I'd ask, like, friends if they could open the door for me. But only if, like, I can't do it myself. If I can do it myself, I'm opening the door myself. But for the most part, if I have my hands full and there's somebody standing next to the door that I don't know, I'm probably going to put the stuff down to open the door myself. But if there's, like, somebody I already know, I'll probably ask them for help. Kind of depends. Generally speaking, I'd rather not have the door open for me by a stranger. Giggle says, I love having the door open for me, lols. And I think if I ask someone to do it for me, it should be done. He and I viewed that differently. Had an interesting discussion about it. That actually is a really interesting topic. That really is an interesting topic. But Appy says, not divalicious enough if you're only asking to one gender, in my opinion. You should ask everyone equally. Now that's funny. That's funny. This is true, though. Come on, now. Everyone can open a door. Brave says, refresh it. And, Lemonade says... Oh, sorry. Before that, Giggle says, to him it felt restrictive, like a rule that doesn't necessarily prove compatibility or show he's a good guy. I gotta think about that a little more. Lemonade says, I swear next time I'll make it more square than square. It's all good. It's all good. But yeah, I don't know why. I feel like Twitch should just have a crop capability so that you can upload it first and then you can crop it. But yeah, that thing it does not accept without the crop. And I was kind of like unsure about how to go about stretching it. And I also wasn't sure whether or not I should stretch it to fit the square dimension. So that's kind of my hesitancy with that. I was like, I gotta put it into Twitch, but I also don't want to alter it in such a way that cuts anything out. But I also don't want to warp it in a way that would be not good. So, anyways. But you don't see it. I don't know where it should be. It might take a moment. It might take a moment. Oh, it's there for me. You see it? It's here for me. Oh, never mind. When I click on it, it says there's an error getting the emote data. Do you see that? That shows up on my screen, at least. I don't know. I think it's still in the upload process, maybe. Or, like, not fully available yet. Yeah, there it is. The Takuberg. Thank you again, Lemonade. Thank you, thank you. Taku unlocks the square dimension. Takuberg. Yeah, I don't know what it is. Like, I see the text Brave instead of the emote. I don't know. I don't know what's happening. But at least by next stream, it should be good. But to what... sorry, Appy says, I'm drawing a waffle stomp emote and sending it to him. That is not going in the list. Maybe a waffle could. But the... I guess if you, like, put a waffle and the waffle was being stomped, maybe. It'd be kind of small, though. Hard to tell. But Giggle says... sorry, I do want to continue this discussion. Don't get me wrong, I do want to continue this discussion. To him, it felt restrictive, like a rule that doesn't necessarily prove compatibility or show he's a good guy. To me, it feels like I'm being cared for, because I express a desire and he wants to do it because I asked. Not like I'm issuing orders. In my mind, I'm like, why wouldn't you want to open my door? But I digress. Y'all just ranting, don't mind me. LOL, a literal waffle would be funny. No, it is an interesting conversation. I think... you know, this does remind me of an interesting conversation I had with a friend of mine a while ago. And it's been years, man, so I don't really remember, like, verbatim how this conversation went, but he... what did he say? He was saying something about how he... when he does something for somebody else, he expects the same in return. In that he hasn't said this outright, but the way I perceive it is that he views friendships or relationships as, like, transactional, almost. Like, you should be getting back what you put in. And if you're not, that it's not, like, a good friendship. And I think that that's an interesting way to view a friendship that I don't... I understand what he's saying, and I kind of do agree with him to an extent, but I also don't see friendships that way. If that makes sense. Is that what it's called? A friend tax, Lemonade? I guess, to me, it's like... When I do something for a friend, I don't run under the expectation that I'm gonna get something back in return for what I did. I do things because I want to do them. And if I don't want to do it, I don't do it, I guess. So, which isn't to say that I should be letting friendships get, like, lopsided or anything like that, you know, but, like, I guess for me it's not... for me it's not a transaction that needs to be, like, one-to-one, I guess. I don't know. But Lemonade says it's not, but it's what I call it in a joking manner. I see. His conversation was so interesting to me because I didn't see it as that. Oh, sorry. Hold on. Let me... sorry, I gotta put someone in the dumb machine. Just a second. Someone's gotta go in the dumb machine because I gotta fix this problem. Kai is going in the dumb machine. Anyways, sorry. Oh, actually, let me turn the light on real quick. Hold on. All right. Anyways, Brave says my buddy calls friend tax when I asked him to pass over some cookies, and he took a couple. Well, different kind of friend tax, but that is a funny friend tax, though, I will say. That is a funny friend tax. So, Lemonade says, like the emote is a good example. I did it because I wanted to. I don't expect anything in return from you. It makes me happy to make you happy to enjoy something I made, and for me, that's enough. Thank you, Lemonade! That's so nice of you. But yeah, that's kind of how I view things as well. Where, like, if I were to hand a friend of mine a gift, I'm not, like, thinking of, okay, I'm going to get a gift back, or, like, I'm expecting something of an equal value in return, right? I give because it's what I want to do, and if I didn't want to do it, I just don't do it in the first place, right? So, I don't know. This has a point. So, getting back to what we were talking about with this guy and about opening the door, I guess it is two different ways to look at it, and I'm trying to see if I understand this correctly. But like from Giggle's perspective, Giggles likes having the door open for her. And believes that if she asks for someone to do it, it should be done. And I guess I'm trying to understand the guy's perspective, but the guy says to him it feels restrictive, like it's a rule that doesn't necessarily prove compatibility or show he's a good guy. So refusal for Giggles is, why wouldn't you want to open my door? For him, it's, the door doesn't necessarily show he's a good guy. I feel like it's a little bit... I feel like there's a little bit of like a disconnect with the point, I think, both sides are trying to get across. Oh, why are you demanding this of me is his way of thinking. Okay, no, that's a little bit better aligned. But me following your rules doesn't show I care for you, essentially. And I guess I can... I can see both sides, and I think how do I put it? I understand both sides. When you lay it out like that, it makes sense to me. However, there's something about it that I can't, like... I haven't fully formed the thought, and I can't really, like, articulate it. But I think I'm more aligned with him, personally. I understand where you're coming from. I align with him because I feel that... I guess the reason I align with him is because... I don't see the perspective of I must open the... Like, if I'm the guy, I don't see the perspective of I must open the door unless it's explained to me. And in that way, I guess, to me, it's kind of like a... Like something that I wouldn't commonly expect. would be the expectation. I don't know. Lemonade says, acts of service is Giggles' love language. I wouldn't call them rules. I would call them expectations, and that's how you would want to be treated. You know, that's another excellent point. I didn't think about the love languages thing. But Giggle says, I understood his perspective, he understood mine. The issue was, I felt it indicated a big enough difference to incompatibility. And... You know, I can definitely see that. And I don't want to make it seem like I'm like 100% on the guy's side. It's like it's like 51-49, you know? 6-7. It's like 51-49, where I'm like 51% on the guy's side, like 49% on yours. But I'm only that 1% more on that guy's side because I didn't perceive it as an expectation unless it's explained, which is why I'm like kind of confused about it. But Brave says, but where the line when expectation becomes rules and lose its careness? I don't know. Gotta grab some food already. Have a good food eating, Brave. Thank you for your input. And he felt like we could find a compromise. And when someone shows who they are, believe them. So true. So true. Giggle says, I didn't want to, because I know in the process you're going to feel like I'm asking you to change. I don't think it was wrong, I just think it wasn't for me. Acts of service is 100% my love language. Actually, what are the... I'm going to pause it for a second. What are the love languages? What are the love languages? So, according to AI Overview, according to AI Overview, the love languages refer to the 5 primary ways that people express and receive emotional love, a concept first introduced by Dr. Gary Chapman in his book, The 5 Love Languages. Understanding your primary language helps you communicate and care more effectively to your partner, family, or friends. So there's 5. There is words of affirmation, feeling loved through spoken praise, appreciation, and encouraging comments. Quality time, feeling most valued when receiving undivided attention, meaningful conversation, and shared experiences without distractions. Receiving gifts, valuing thoughtful tokens, items, or surprises that represent care, effort, and the idea that someone was thinking of you. Acts of service, appreciating when someone does helpful, tangible tasks to ease your daily burdens, like cooking, running errands, or doing chores. And physical touch, feeling cherished through nonverbal physical contact, such as hugging, kissing, holding hands, or massages. Lemonade, you get me? I see you, baby girl. Acts of... Oh, thank you. And I think all of them have their place and importance, for sure. For me, physical touch is up there because I'm touch-starved. A hug goes a long way. So that's definitely up there. Words of affirmation, I think, are kind of up there. I think I can get kind of doubtful of myself or my self-worth, which is why I always take a good glaze in the chat. It makes me feel warm inside. Quality time, and the AI overview, it says most valued receiving undivided attention. If undivided is a part that's necessary for that love language to be like your top, then I'd say that it doesn't matter as much to me. Attention of any degree I feel is okay. Like if I need to be like eye contact in the middle of dinner and nothing else is happening, then that doesn't make as much like... Okay, so 2 scenarios, right? One of them, you're at dinner with your significant other and or friend or whatever, they're staring you in the eyes and you guys are only eating, versus you are, I don't know, two friends on your phones eating, but in the same room together. To me, they don't have much of a difference. I feel that spending time with another person is enough. It doesn't have to be undivided. From my perspective, it doesn't make a whole lot of a difference. But it depends. And Giggle says, everybody rank your top 2. Lemonade, top 2. Lemonade says, I think all of them are what people like, but in, like, percentages. Minor acts of service and quality time. Love talking. I need a man who's gonna yap with me. Tap with me, you say. The attention must be undivided. Or, sorry, the attention can be divided. But sharing the space and moment is what matters most. Yeah. The moment matters the most, I feel. But Lemonade says, I like words and touch so much, so I tell my husband I wish we were one person because together we can do anything. Let me crawl in your skin. No, I'm just kidding. But I get you. If only there was a fusion machine. We could fuse like a Dragon Ball. A Dragon Ball anime character. But yes, that is very cute, I must say. Very adorable. But words and touch for Lemonade. I'd say, honestly, that all of those things, I'm looking at the list on the AI overview, but like, of all the things on the list do mean a lot to me. I think physical touch and words of affirmation, I feel, are the most important because, well, maybe not the most important, but they tend to mean a lot. A lot because they're not as common to me, I think is the way to put it. Those two things are not as common. So when they do happen, they mean a lot more. However, quality time, receiving gifts, and acts of service are definitely up there. And I think that I'm privileged enough to have good quality time, receive amazing gifts, and have lots of acts of service done towards me such that you understand. But you get me. You understand. But Lemonade says, I want to wear your skin. Lemon, that's creepy and gross. A convo about this happened before. Words because I wasn't praised enough as a child. Oh no. Well, I want you to know that I really, really appreciate the emote. Very, very, very much. Very much. Thank you. I don't know if that counts as words of affirmation, but I really do appreciate it. Giggle says, words of affirmation used to be up there for me too until people started lying and blowing smoke up my booty. Now actions mean more. Still love them though. Love me some words. Yeah, and I think there's different values in all of those things, and I think that kind of going off of what Lemonade was saying, for me, physical touch and words of affirmation are like the least encountered for me, which isn't to say that I'm like okay, never mind. I was gonna say, which isn't to say that I'm like receiving gifts and quality time is common for me. As that was about to come out of my mouth, I'm like, well... with you guys through stream, it's kind of like... that is kind of commonplace at this point. And I say that to recognize what you guys have done for me, not in like a bragging way. I mean to say that I recognize what the kindness you guys show me all the time. And I don't remember where I was going with that. But Giggle says, or Lemonade says, thank you. No, thank you. Thank you. Giggle says, I think my favorite part of my wedding is going to be exchanging vows. A close second is dancing. Honestly, okay, sorry. I want to go back to what you were saying earlier, though, about you were kind of saying something about like you don't want this guy to compromise, but at the same time, you don't want this guy to compromise, and yet, where was I going with that? He's okay with compromising. You'd rather, you see it as more like he should be, you guys should just be like aligned as is. Is that correct? Like as things exist. I don't know how I'm trying to word stuff tonight. But it would feel like asking him to abandon his fundamental values. He felt so strongly about it. Okay, if he feels strongly about it, I guess I could see it. I guess in my mind I was thinking like, well, I mean I'm no relationship expert, but like every friendship at the very least has its own, like, you know, have their own compromises, right? To an extent. But even if he seemed willing to compromise, I would hate to ask something of someone that felt like a huge request. I see. So, if he seemed more like amicable towards compromise, do you think that wouldn't have been a deal breaker for you? If it seemed like he didn't really have like strong like values about something, you think that'd be better or worse? But I would just want it to feel like a minor adjustment, not an entire shift in mentality. I see. Lemonade says, if I have to ask for it, then I don't want it, because then they're just doing it out of obligation and not love. Paraphrasing from Free to Call. I see. I see. Interesting. I haven't really thought about it that way. Huh. Giggle says, I know communication is a thing, but some things I know I'll have to ask for. Other things I just want from the get-go. Taco, I gotta show you our parting messages. It was actually so sad. Giggles, you want to hop on the stream? Would you like a special guest appearance on stream? It's been a while since Giggles was on stream. But Lemonade says, I'm also just old, I'm also just old, and I get tired of fighting, as I have to fight every day with myself. Damn. Oh no. Oh no. Lemonade, is everything okay? Oh no. Senna's next. Man. Sorry, just what you said about what you said, Lemonade, about like if I have to ask for it, then I don't want it, because then they're just doing it out of obligation, not love. This resonates with me, and the reason I'm so stun locked is because my two brain cells are rubbing together, and I've almost formulated a thought, but I guess that kind of reminds me of that kind of reminds me of my mom. In that I find that she wants, how do I put it? She kind of like wants help, but she doesn't, I guess. Like, if you... In my experience as of late, I find that if you just do it, if you don't ask her if she wants to help, or if you don't ask her if she wants help, I feel like she appreciates that more than if you ask, because if you ask, she'll say she doesn't. And it makes me wonder if that quote applies in the sense of like maybe the idea is not so much that she doesn't want help, it's more so that by asking if she wants help, I do it out of obligation. But if I just do it, then I do it out of love. Sort of. Anyway, that's what I'm thinking of. Maybe the thought's not finished, so I don't really know if that's true necessarily, but I guess that's my initial thought about it. Also, I don't know why it stinks in here, and I really don't know what to do about this, but can I just... Oh, we can disinfect these. Why can't I disinfect these, though? But yeah, those two brain cells are working hard, yeah. I don't know. Maybe I don't need to think about it too hard. Maybe I just need the help, and then... I just help, I just do it, and then show my love in that way, I guess. I don't know. But Giggle says, bro, I can't hop on stream, and I wanted to. Wait. Do you want to? Giggles, do you want to hop on stream? You want to talk life and love and drama? We talk about those last few messages that you sent with that guy. I think that relationship was always kind of... Or did it go as far as a relationship? Or was it more of just like a passing... Two ships passing in the night kind of thing? I feel like it was more of a night passing, wasn't it? Did you guys ever become official? I think it was always going to be kind of hard, because being that you weren't going to permanently be there, I think it's kind of difficult. Never official. I see. I don't know, man. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to think. Relationships are hard, man. It's a good thing I'm not in one. I'm just lonely. You know? It's all good. It's all good in Taku Town. It's all good. There's so much slime lung everywhere, man. I don't know what to do. Actually, maybe it's because of all the slime, now that I'm looking at it. Maybe it's just the slime. Maybe I should make some, like, closed-off storage areas. Yeah, anyways. What was I saying? I don't know anymore, dude. How many shine bugs do I have? I have 2. Guess we could cook up some shine bug. And then make omelets forever. But Lemonade says, in all my relationships, 3? Question mark? It was never big events or gestures. It's always in the quiet, subtle care. Here's a warm towel. Here's a drink I thought you would like to try with me. Those moments have always stuck with me more than the 10 plushie buy, which I still love. But I'm drowning in fluff. I get you. I get you. It's more about... It really is the thought. The thought that counts then. In a situation like that. It is the thought that counts, truly. I think I get it. I think I understand. Huh. I don't know, man. I think in my entire... Yeah, my entire life I've only been in one real relationship, if you can, or one official relationship, if you can call it that. That was back when I was in high school, and then kind of like an unofficial thing in college with the same girl. But aside from that, I mean, I haven't really done anything more. Thank you for the hydrate, by the way. I've had to pee since before the stream began. But on my next break, my pee break, I gotta grab some water. Okay. Giggles wants in. I'll just call you. Actually. No, yeah, I'll just call you. Hold on. Okay. And then you guys let me know. Actually, it should be capturing everything to my headphones, so you guys just let me know if you can hear her eventually. But yes, you'll finally hear Giggles. But yeah, me and Giggles are BFFs from college time. Okay, Giggles has joined the call, and Giggles' mic is muted.
Okay, so how is this? Is okay?
Wait, keep talking. Okay, I might have to turn you up a little. At least it's my thought. Hold on. Oh, you're already max for me.
Should I change my sensitivity?
Yeah, see if you can find a way to turn your mic up. Is it, like, soft for you guys? Like,
turn me up.
Here's the game volume. Is she getting drowned out by game, or is she like?
Am I getting drowned out by game?
Or I guess a better question is, how does she like compare to my voice? Is she like too loud or too soft?
Or turn me up. Should turn it up. I'm input sensitivity. I turned it up.
Whatever you changed, it's a little better.
And then noise suppression. It's on Chris. Should I do none?
Yeah. Try that. As long as you don't, like, slam the table, it should be good.
Okay.
Alright.
Oh my gosh, it really has been such a long time.
The game is louder, a little more static than you. Or not? The game is not louder? So her voice quality is a little bit lower? Is that about right, Lemonade?
My headphones are kind of old. I will
Oh, no, that's
say.
all good.
Okay.
I mean, all things considered, it's not that bad.
Okay, right on. Excellent.
It sounds like an actual microphone, not like you picked this up from a Happy Meal, so it's all good.
Nice.
But yeah, some people's audio quality is just like, it's pretty garbage.
Dude.
So it's all good.
Not me though.
Not me though. But
Excellent.
yeah, man. Well, what's on your brain? I'm here to
so much,
your
man. I couldn't express it all in like the messages because I have to explain how these conversations actually went, right? So
Oh wait, sorry. But before you continue,
yes, go ahead.
This is for everybody in chat, but if any audio adjustments need to be made, just let me know.
Yes.
In case there's like some kind of imbalance, just let me know. Okay, continue on.
Yes. So here's the thing. Is he is very much like a free-spirited, kind of go with the flow type of guy, right? And that was something that was very appealing to me because I think I can be a little anxious at times and a little stressy. I have my free-spirited moments, but I also have my moments where I'm like, I need to be in control and know everything that's happening right now. So I really like that about him. As we continued to spend time together, it became clear to me that that was an area that we differed in, and to me, the differences felt like they couldn't be reconciled. To him, he's very much like, I'm willing to give this a try, you know? And it's like the way that I would feel comfortable and safe in our connection would basically be me asking him to be someone that he's not, like a totally different person. And that's not fair. Meanwhile, he's saying like, well, we didn't even try to see what those compromises would look like. To me, I've already made up in my mind, I already know what that's gonna look like. And that's gonna look like you being someone else. You know? So I never want to ask that of someone. Like, I never want to say, hey, like, for me to keep spending time with you, for me to like you, for me to want to be with you, you're gonna have to do this thing that you already have strong feelings about, but because I want it done, I need you to do it for us to be together. Like that feels like a restrictive rule, not the things that I was asking. You know what I mean?
I think I get you.
That's what it was. Like we had a conversation, and obviously like we weren't talking about getting married, but we were having a conversation about like proposals. And he was like, walk me through like what that would look like for you. And I was like, oh yeah, I'm going to be very particular about how I want my proposal to be. You know, like I'm going to have like this set of like guidelines, what I want my ring to look like, da 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 da. And then he was basically saying like, well, you know, that sounds all fine and good, but I'm pretty sure that when the person that you want to be with asks you, you're going to be so happy that they even asked you, you're not going to care so much how they asked you. And I was like, oh yeah, absolutely not. No, that's not how it works with me. I was basically saying that I'm going to want to be asked this in a certain way because this is like one of the biggest questions you could ever ask someone. Like, will you spend the rest of your life with me, you know? And I feel like in making that ask, it's very important to consider how your partner would want to be asked. And then for him, he was basically saying, and his argument, not that we were arguing, but his argument was essentially, when the love is true and real, the method isn't as important. It's secondary to the ask in and of itself. Which I could see that, but that's not how I feel. Because part of the ask is how it's being done.
Sorry.
I wouldn't want to go ahead.
Real quick, welcome into Mild Hunt and Luden. Welcome in Mild Hunt and Luden.
Guys. You just came in when I'm ranting. Hi guys.
Okay, we're having like a discussion about like expectations in a relationship. Oh, Lemonade is locked in ad hell. Everybody else might be locked in ad hell as well, so you might have to wait a little while.
Okay.
But yeah, sorry, I just wanted to include them in the conversation we're having. But
Yes.
oh, Lemonade's back. Okay, so to kind of preface what we were talking about, we're kind of generally talking about expectations in relationships, and then Giggles' talk with her situationship. Would you classify as, or?
I don't know. He was a guy I was seeing. I don't know.
Well, Giggles was seeing this guy, and they had two different expectations for what the relationship would or should look like going forward, and there was some differences between them. That's kind of where we're at. Anyways, sorry. Go on.
Oh yes. So we for those of you who just joined, hi guys. I have a lovely voice. Why, thank you. Oh, you're too sweet. So essentially what I was saying is, like, I was having a conversation with this guy, generally speaking, not about us, but about being proposed to. And I essentially was saying that, like, I'm going to be very particular about how I want to be asked, like how I want to be proposed to. And then he was basically saying, well, if the love is real and true, then how you get asked isn't really that important, because it's about spending your life with someone that you really care about. So why does it matter how they ask you? And we were just going back and forth on, like, why it is or isn't important and what truly is important, you know? And so we were having a disagreement about that, because from my perspective, you taking into consideration how I want to be asked further, like, affirms I care about you, what you want is valuable to me, you are valuable to me, and I want everything about the way that I ask you this to embody that, to represent how much I value and care and love for you. And for him, it's more the mechanism and not the thing itself. He's like thinking it's the packaging. Like, if you give someone a diamond ring in a McDonald's bag, it's still a diamond ring. Okay, maybe that wasn't necessary. Maybe I just
I didn't understand that one. But
yeah,
sorry.
no, that is.
Go on.
But like, but essentially, like, if you have like a precious gem and you give it to someone in a water bottle, that doesn't take away the value of the gem itself. But in my mind, I'm like, if you're gonna give me a gem, give me a lovely gem box. Like, what the heck? You know?
Yeah.
Like, why wouldn't you care about how it's presented to me? And he's saying presentation isn't important. And I'm like, well, it's important if your partner says it is. That's my thing. And he's thinking it's not important because the whole point is asking to be together forever. And so we were having this whole big, like, discussion. And for me, it was more, obviously, like, I'm not talking about, like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna marry this guy. But just, like, to me, it indicated, like, a very big difference in mentality. He very much values, like, freedom and choice. And someone having, like, very particular requests feels like rules and restriction. And for me, I very much value intentional thought and effort, and to me, him being resistant to that feels lazy and selfish. So obviously, like, he knows I'm not like this superficial diva, and I know he's not this lazy, selfish person, but that's what we're hearing when we're expressing our expectations, our desires, our mentalities about these things. And that's essentially like the big idea. And then, so then I realized, I was like, okay, like, there were little things that were popping up here and there. Like, we enjoyed, like, we did so many fun things together. We've seen so many shows. He's like this drummer, so he like would play at different like musicals and different shows. So he would like, so we would go see things together, and it was so much fun. And oh my gosh, we just laughed together all the time and all this great stuff. Very much enjoyed each other's company, but like, this felt like such a fundamental difference in like values that couldn't be reconciled. We just view it so differently. And he was just, and then when I basically said that in the last message I sent him, he was saying, you know, it makes me sad to think that you think that me expressing, you know, our differences means that I'm unwilling to compromise. And I'm like, meanwhile, I'm like, you already had such strong views about this. The way that compromise would work for me would be, I would be like, you need to throw that whole entire mentality away, essentially. Like, it wouldn't be meeting in the middle. It'd be meeting me where I'm at. And that's not compromise. That's a rule and that's a restriction. And that I knew is what I did. That I didn't want to ask that of him. So I was just like, you're gonna have to be with someone that doesn't care how they're getting proposed to, essentially. You're gonna have to be with someone that loves you so much that they don't care whether or not you open their door. I'm never gonna be that girl. And I don't think you're ever gonna be the guy that's opening my door all the time.
Sorry, real quick, could you turn the noise suppression back on? I think there's a little bit of an echo.
Okay, yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, what do you guys think of that?
Whenever I go, I can hear myself.
Oh, boo. Okay.
But no, I definitely see where you're coming from, and I can like see both sides equally, and yeah, the longer you say it, the more I'm kind of like, yeah, you guys are just not really compatible in that the way that you expect certain things to be done, I feel like is pretty vastly different. Not in like a bad way, but it's very much not compatible. But Lemonade says, situationships shouldn't be a thing. Let's bring back courting. Ludin says, bring the sheep or cows to be wed. Lemonade says, yee. And Lemonade also says, woe me peasant, I want to feel loved. I think she meant woo me peasant, I want to feel loved. Ludin says, sounds heavy. Lemonade says, sounds like you guys would be good friends, but not partners. Would you be happy, this is a question for you, I think, Giggles, but would you be happy being married on a McDonald's parking lot? Or in a McDonald's parking lot? No? And then Lemonade says, not really, but I do a date there for frozen Coke. And Mild Hunt says, I get what you're saying, but I have no strong feelings on either of you. I kind of see, and, you know, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think, from your perspective, it's kind of like, this is important to me, therefore it should be important to you as well. Is that kind of...
Yes.
Correct? Okay. And... For him, I guess it's like, I don't see that as important, but I'm willing to see it as important, since you see it as important. But because he says that, you're like, well, no, you're changing the way that you think about it for me, and that's not what I want. Is that about right?
Kind of, yeah. Like he said, he was willing to compromise, and it's not even about that, because it's like, I don't know. It just felt like it was just such a big difference in the way that we think about it. The thing is, we both feel very strongly about our positions. I think if one of us or both of us were a little bit more like flexible.
You need to be.
But for us, it felt
flexible.
No, literally.
And then the Elastigirl thing. That's the only thing I can think of.
I just watched The Incredibles. I literally just watched The Incredibles a week ago.
You need to be more flexible. Anyways, sorry.
No, you're good. I just like, it's like we were both holding so strongly to this.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was like, this isn't gonna work. It'd be one thing if I was like, yeah, or he was like, yeah, but we're both so like, because to me it reflects our core values, you know, consideration being very important to me, right, and freedom being one of his. And if I'm like, if his freedom is getting in the way of me feeling considered and me wanting to feel considered, he feels is getting in the way of his freedom, it's just not, that's a bigger issue to me than just open my car door and do the things I ask you to.
I get you.
Now, what do you guys think?
Let me... Sorry, I gotta stick Marie in the dumb machine real quick. There we go. But Ludin says, sounds like too much responsibility for one person. But I get you can support him, but you can't make him do it. And it sucks because the reality breaks. And Ludin also says, good movie. It's The Incredibles.
Excellent movie.
Lemonade says, some values should be shared in a relationship, but also the dynamic changes, because after a long while you both are not who you used to be, and the old expectations have also changed, the bar is set higher or lowered. I suppose
That's very true.
expectations can change over time. That is true.
Mm-hmm.
I say, not having been in a relationship since high school, essentially. But anyways, I don't know. I kind of see, I really do see where both of you are coming from, and I think that, I guess the follow-up question I have is, would you, if he didn't hold strong views and you kept the strong views of your own, do you think that it would have worked out ultimately?
Perhaps.
Like, if
Maybe.
Well, if he felt differently and told you so, but then he was also like, oh, I didn't see it that way, let me change how I feel about it. Would you like that or respect that, or would you be like, oh, he doesn't have strong values, and that would be kind of like a negative?
It depends on how he goes about that. Like, if he really thinks about it, kind of sits with it, weighs it against what he previously thought and what he could think and what could change, and like really mulls it over, then yes. I wouldn't want someone to just like, that's the thing, is I'm not so like domineering and demanding that I would want someone to completely abandon who they are to do what I ask. No. Right. I would hate that, actually. You know? But like, what I would want from someone is to say, I am this way, you are this way. Let's see if we can go the same way without getting in each other's way.
I see.
That was a whole, I didn't have to say it like that, but you know what I mean. Like, right. I want them to like think about it and consider it. I don't want them to abandon everything just to do what I want, because I would hate that too. I don't want some like mindless drone to just obey me. I want a partner.
So, I guess, okay, well, let me read what Mild Hunt says. Mild Hunt says, I'm in a relationship, and the proposal could be done anyway, preferably by surprise. I care more about the actual wedding ceremony. And Lemonade says, that sounds like roommate mentality, not a relationship. I suppose. I don't know. I'm not exactly a relationship expert, so Lemonade would know more about it.
You've seen me through so many different things, Taku. You know my lore.
Yeah. But I don't know. I mean, I can spot a red flag when I see one at least, but outside of that, I mean, I'm not exactly like, when it comes to like sustaining a relationship, I'm not really an expert on that, but I'd say that when it comes to spotting red flags, I think I can do that just fine. But Ludin says, I love these dating talks with Talker streams. Welcome to the Dating Talk podcast, featuring two people that are single. Currently single. What is the, I guess in a related topic, or actually, sorry, Mild Hunt says, now I'm curious about what brought them together. So, Giggles, what would you say that you, what is it that like draws you to this guy? What did you find so attractive about him in the first place? Was it more like a matter of convenience, like just because he's there, or was it like something specific that drew you into him, his like free-spiritedness or anything like of that sort?
Actually, very funny that you mention it, because it really is his free-spiritedness that I was like, oh my gosh. I think, honestly, if I'm being honest, like, he really, he has a lot of the qualities that I wish I would play up more in my own life. I think I can have very, like, limiting thoughts and beliefs. And he just, that, like, almost does not, like, obviously he's not perfect. We all have our insecurities, but he just truly views life in such an, like, unlimited way. Like, he never even, like, he's so very particular about, like, even his language that he uses. Like, not saying anything that would, like, you know, indicate, like, lack or deficit or anything like that. And it's just like it's not like forced either. It's just like who he is, and I'm like, wow, like I don't meet a lot of people like that.
So when you say lack or deficit, like lack of thought or deficit
No,
of
just
thought, or
anything. Like I'm a very dramatic person, so I will say things like, "Oh my gosh, I hate that," and he would say something like, "Well, it's not my favorite, but it has its place." Sometimes it got on my nerves. I was like, "Why are you so for your positive, bro?" Obviously, I didn't say that.
I
I was
get
like,
you.
there
I get you.
needs to be room for negativity. Um,
Right,
or
right.
like, or like, or I'd be like, "Oh my gosh, like I sound so crazy right now." Mind you, I know that I have a sane mind. I know I'm not a crazy person, but that's just the way that I talk. And he would say something like, "Well, no, you're just expressing da, 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 da." And I'm like, stop trying to correct me on the things that I'm saying, dude. I know what I'm saying. I'm just, and we actually had a conversation about this. Like, I'm like, I am very intense and extreme in the way that I speak, but I'm not actually saying I hate everything and this is the worst thing that's ever happened to me. And I'm just like,
This is the worst day of
like
my
that's
life. It could not possibly get any worse.
no, genuinely. He
Hmm.
doesn't talk like that just as a core value of his. He's just like
Oh, thank you
very
for the
much
follow,
like
Wizard
very
of Weather.
positive.
Thank you, thank you. Welcome in.
Wizard of Weather.
Welcome in, welcome in. Thank you so much for the follow. Thank you, thank you. Welcome in, welcome in. How are you? Feel free to pitch in on the conversation. Giggles is talking about her previous man, I guess. uh,
We
but
talked for
uh,
like 2 months.
but Ludin says maybe you need to be him, like learn how to be carefree as him. And also Ludin says BRB.
Exactly it. I think that was I needed to get something from this connection, and I knew I was overstaying my welcome. Like I knew that it didn't need to be romantic. I didn't know that actually. I didn't realize that fully till later. But like I was like, this needs to be a different dynamic. And I think we both kind of recognized that, but we also wanted it to be romantic because we're like, I mean, like,
Oh,
you know,
romance.
you're there and that's romance is cool.
Hmm.
And I like you and we laugh together. But it didn't need to be that.
Oh,
But
yeah.
yeah, and I think that's why our connection felt very intense too, I will say, is because like it was more than just like, I enjoy this person, let's see where it goes. I was looking at him with this very big magnifying glass at these qualities that he has, and I'm like, I want to be like that. And he was doing the same to me.
So it's like
He
an
was doing the same to
admiration kind
me.
of thing. Like you really
Yes, we
admire.
admired each other.
Hmm.
Yes.
So is his views, or sorry, Wizard of Weather says playing Oni and almost failing. Very nice. Nice playing Oni.
Yo,
I'm also failing.
I
But
haven't even tried since I failed.
yeah, it's all good. I'm on my fifth colony, I think. But so he he's carefree about all these things, and he's like, this and that has its place. But is this like the one thing he's really rigid on? That
Essentially, yeah.
no. Hmm.
It's so interesting because it's very challenge. It's like very attractive to me, and it challenges me in ways that make me feel uncomfortable.
His rigidness or his free spiritedness.
Like the his rigidness about his free spiritedness.
I'm very rigid in that I need to be free spirited.
Yes, exactly.
Hmm. I see. It's just like a really big value for him, I guess, huh?
Yes.
Big values guy, huh? Yeah. But let's see. Lemonade says ill too positive. He's the Mild Hunt says he's the equalizer.
Equalizer. Ooh, I like that. I'm gonna think on
Well,
that.
what does it mean to be an equalizer?
Hold on. I should mute myself. Sorry. Put on a different shirt. Um, like I think I have these like very extreme values, or not these values, but like these very extreme thoughts. Like I can be very black and white in my thinking.
Mm-hmm.
And I think being around him and spending time with him, obviously I'm not gonna be as free as him. He was a little too free for me, to be honest. I will say. Like, but I need some structure. Like he was just very just go wherever the wind takes you. And I'm like, let's not go there.
Let's
But
not. Yes, let's
but
not. Go
I
there.
will say, like, the way that he like talked about, we had a very interesting conversation because it opened me up. Like he is so free in the way that he thinks and lives his life, and I'm like, I'm moving towards like a more balanced perspective after having spent time with him. I'm not gonna adopt his whole mentality. I'm still gonna be my own person, but like I'm I'm changing. It's encouraging me to change in the ways that I always wanted to change.
Mm. I get you.
But our time in each other's lives was very limited.
But Mild Hunt says, I like when my partner challenges me. The equalizer will take something polarizing and not really pick a side. I see.
Mm.
The great equalizer. But Lemonade says, OMG, Ikigo's tsundere, and he was just an experience, says Lemonade. Just a fleeting thing in the wind, eh? Well, I guess
Yeah.
on a somewhat related note, what would you say your deal breakers would be in a relationship, or actually even like a friendship? Maybe two different questions,
Yeah.
but well, what would you say is a big deal breaker?
Someone who is like very close, someone who can't grasp nuance. I do like people with strong values and opinions, and they have their place. Some things don't need to be like questioned. Some things are just, it is what it is. I don't need to think about this any differently. And then you can't view everything that way, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like I want to be around people that can hear multiple perspectives and weigh them equally. Obviously, we're gonna have biases, but like I think someone who is at least able to consider something that isn't their preference or their natural inclination, I think is a very important value for me. Like maybe like a joking way, I'm okay with someone being close-minded. Like I'm never
Go
gonna
on.
say
Go on.
hold
This
on,
is going somewhere interesting. I can feel it.
choose my words carefully. But like, okay, this is something small and stupid, but I'm of the belief that you should not wear holy socks to the bowling alley. If you know you're going bowling, you're renting their shoes. Why do your socks have holes in them?
Wait, I've
We need
lost
to
the
do that.
plot. What are we talking about?
This is just like something small and stupid.
Oh, I see.
There's no room for nuance in my eyes. I'm sorry if you don't have nice socks, but like you knew you were going bowling. This is a shared resource right now.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want your big toe sticking out in the shoe that I'm going to rent and stick my foot in.
Right.
Look, mind you, I have holy socks, okay? But
Lemonade
when
says I
I
feel
go
called
bowling,
out.
I'm sorry, but when I go bowling, I'm picking, even if they're mismatched, okay?
Mhm.
There's the nuance there. There's the nuance, okay? But the bare toe in the raw toe in the shared shoe, I can't get with that. I can't. I can't. And I'm not going to be moved by any arguments anyone poses, and my mind is closed in that regard. That's okay. That's okay. Stuff like that, who cares? You
It's
know?
all about nuance. But some things are non-negotiable. Holes in socks, non-negotiable. Absolutely
Just
not.
when you're sharing a shoe,
Hmm.
like, we're sharing it. Like, imagine. Now, if we were to take it a step further, imagine you never wear, like, people just don't wear socks and they rent out bowling shoes. That is just foul. That is absolutely foul. And I know some people do it. I know they have their little disinfecting sprays, their little powders, and whoever, but I know them things are funky. Like, there's at some point, it's like you can probably contract some sort of fungal situation. I don't know. One guy, they're very resilient. You guys have seen and heard of The Last of Us. Like, you never know.
The Last of Us.
Like,
You guys have seen The Last of Us? Come on.
yeah.
And a documentary that happened in real life. You guys have seen it. I mean,
Okay,
when the
wait. Let's
spores
get
came
some fun
out,
chat.
Yeah.
When the sports came out.
Luden says, Big Toe is gonna air out. And Mild Hunt says to me, they can go barefoot if they want. Not my problem. Chaotic evil. But mismatched socks, very nice, says Luden. Raw dogging it. And mixed socks are a vibe. Yeah, I think mixed socks are a bit of a vibe. As long as they have the same texture. Two different textures.
Oh, now there's...
Two different textures is a little too chaotic for me. That's a little too much. But Lemonade says, are we talking about big holes or tiny holes in the socks?
If your raw toe is just making contact with the shoe.
Oh, welcome in, Takashi. Welcome in. What a surprise. But we're talking about... Oh, can't stay long. It's past my bedtime. Kashi, we're talking about relationships and deal breakers. So I think this is important enough to stay awake, I feel. Lemonade says, can't see the sock issues, but mine is holes in underwear. Oh, dude.
Alright, everybody, expose yourself.
I'm not gonna lie.
So crazy. What color pants are you wearing?
Ignore giggles for a moment. And Lemonade says, I haven't, but sure, I have seen The Last of Us. But Kashi says, Giggles on VC. Hello, what a treat. Giggles, I'm your #1 fan. Can't stay long past my bedtime. OMG, I love talking to Giggles, especially about relationships. Mouth Hunt laughs, and miss you 5 ever, Giggles. And welcome back to Brave. Lemonade says, Giggles got them the granny pantaloons on. Have you guys ever tried that? I feel like that'd be comfortable.
But I'm still not done laughing. Alright, chat.
She made a joke and took herself out. That's the funniest thing I've ever heard. It came out of my mouth, too. But Mild Hunt says, I have tried that. Good. Not by choice. What? Kashi says to Lemonade, also your art in the Discord is so amazing. I love how you color. Taku straight up doesn't deserve it. I really don't.
Oh.
I really don't. It is amazing. Absolutely.
It really, truly is.
But yeah, this is Giggles on the voice chat. Mm-hmm.
Hi, guys.
We're talking about everything, anything and everything, truly.
Yes.
Where did we leave off before the socks thing?
Oh shoot, good question.
Kind of lost track. The socks thing threw me off.
It really did. Knocked your socks off.
Oh. Yeah.
The equalizer. We're talking about deal breakers.
Deal breakers, yes.
Holes in underwear.
Holes in underwear is really a deal breaker for you? Or no? Is that because what Luden said? Or
yeah.
Honestly, holes in underwear is fine by me as long as it's not like if it's hanging together by a thread. Then brother, we need new underwear. But like, if it's got like a hole or two, it's whatever. I mean, admittedly, my clothes at this point are kind of brittle, but that's because I like to reuse the same thing. Yeah, I'm not even joking. The shorts I'm wearing as we speak, like the seams are like coming apart. It's like my shorts look like if you just tied them to like the back of a truck and just drove like across the country. Maybe like halfway, maybe not the whole way, but like halfway across the country. Like that's what my it's to me it's not really a roast. I'm saying what my shorts look like, you know?
You're
and to me
condition.
This is fine. It's 100% fine. I see nothing wrong with this. This is fine.
Every day your underwear wakes up with glass bones and paper skin.
Yep. Every day.
It breaks his legs. Okay, I'm done.
Kashi says, no, Taco, you can't be self-deprecating. You need more confidence even though I bully you. Kashi be like, I need you to be more confident so I can take you down. She says, winding up a punch. But But Luton says holes in underwear. Have we moved on from doors to socks now? I don't even remember the part with the doors, but oh yeah, no, the car door to the
Oh,
socks,
the
and now we're talking
doors!
about
The
the underwear.
doors!
See,
You
opening.
guys just...
Okay, so to catch Kashi and Brave up, the whole discussion started because Giggles believes that like that. I guess you should. It'd be better coming out of your mouth, actually, Giggles.
Okay, so I was talking to this guy for a couple months. I just ended it recently because I felt like we had very different views that we just couldn't reconcile. And one of the conversations we had that inspired this decision was the fact that I like having my doors open for me, and to him it felt like it was a rule. And rules that are being followed in relationships don't necessarily indicate care and consideration. And I don't view it as a rule, and I view it more as a request, and not honoring my request feels like this unnecessary act of defiance. Like, what are you trying to prove right now? That you can make your own choices? Great. Choose what I want you to choose. Okay, that's not actually how I think. I'm just being really extreme with it now. But essentially, like, if I feel cared for with you when you open my door, what's more important than me feeling cared for in this small, tiny way? What are you sacrificing in choosing not to do that, you know? Love is an open door. You're so freaking right.
No. Dude, you're not saying that one.
I caught myself.
That one's Disney. That one's dangerous.
I know, actually.
But Kashi says deal breakers, alive and wants to talk to me. This means that Kashi's not deal breaker is dead and doesn't want to talk to her.
Yeah, cold and
Kashi
dead.
likes the cold and dead. Kashi likes the deceased. Luden says, wait, air vent? Is there
about holy underwear?
Oh, the air vent. I was like, oh, did my air vent act up? Never mind. And Mild Hunt says a deal breaker for me is someone buying underwear for me. Honestly, a part of me would kind of appreciate that. I'm not gonna lie. It depends on what it is, though. If it's like polyester, I don't want to wear it. But if it's like cotton, I think I'll wear it. It has to be like breathable and comfortable. If it's just like he pulled it off the shelf and it shows zero thought for whether or not I'm gonna get swampy, then I think that, you know, that's kind of a problem. But if it shows like a lot of thought into the underwear buying process, then I'll be pretty happy with it. So, and Brave says when it breaks a little, that's the most comfy phase. See, my comfy shorts. Lemonade says, look, I understand if the parts need to breathe, but I don't need to be in fishnets. I get you. Luden says, your truth? What? And Brave says, did I open up the door again? My bad. No, I think it's an important part of the conversation. The whole discussion started. Lamau, congrats or sorry, depending on the guy. Loves an open door, so true. Kashi says, Giggles is such a queen. He should be opening doors, pulling out chairs, rolling out the red carpet. Lemonade says, slay.
Ew. Is that too much to ask for? Perhaps to the wrong person.
I think...
And that is the entire point.
Okay, I'm gonna pause so I can think about that, but, like, I think it goes back to that discussion that... The way I view it goes back to the discussion we were having where I was talking about how, like, that friend of mine in the past kind of viewed relationships as transactional, in that I put in this, I should be getting this back. And I think that I lost my train of thought. Like, expectations not aligning, I think, is kind of the main issue. I lost my train of thought, man. But does that make sense?
We're talking about rolling out the red carpet. Is that too much to ask? You said that your friend views relationships as transactional.
Like,
that reminded you of something.
I guess it comes down to, like, expectation, and that, like, my friend would kind of, like, expect to be treated a certain way because of how he would treat others. And whereas from my perspective, I treat others well without the expectation that I receive the same exactly what I put in, if that makes sense. So I guess relating that to the door opening thing, I guess I kind of view it as like you see an expectation that the door should be opened, whereas I think that's more of something that is done as a nice gesture rather than something that should be expected, I guess. I think that's what I'm trying to get at, although I don't think I'm wording it very well.
No, I hear you.
But Luden says, air vent acting up, need to toss that, buy a new one. And Kashi says, Lamau, never too much for you, giggles. And Luden says, no, it's not too much to ask for. The riot is incoming.
Thank you.
Brave says, open the door, then red carpet for extra hubby points.
Yes, you get me.
Well, I guess from the way I hear it, it's not so much like, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't see it as like extra hubby points. I see it more as like the expectation that he would open the door, right?
Yeah. The extra points are for the red carpet.
Oh. Okay, I see. But Kashi says, I mean, I kind of get where he's coming from because I'm a germaphobe and hate touching doors. But also, like, in a long-term relationship, it's never just about, I want you to open the door, you know. It's the small things that build up. And if communication is mid, those small things can really be relationship enders. I see. And then she follows it up by saying, or whatever, IDK. Lemonade says, Giggles, if you want confetti, I'll throw some confetti if you need an entrance, as I am too poor for red carpet. That's my offer. Take it or leave it.
I'm taking it. If you're the one throwing the confetti is what I want.
Oh, yeah.
See, that's the thing. That just, it all comes together now. Because it's like, maybe I want something. Maybe you don't got it. But it's you that's giving it, and that's okay. I'm not some sort of evilicious, unreasonable person. I mean, I'm a diva. I will say I'm a diva. With reason. Within reason. We'll get there.
Mild Hunt says, I may not always get doors open for me, but will get a hand kiss randomly to remind me he's there. I'm okay with that.
Okay, I will say he did like kiss my hand a lot, and it was really cute. Not gonna lie.
Kashi says, I'll be your #1 hype man forever. Lemonade says, I just Simba my husband. Lick his forehead. Brave says, Milady. Tipping hat. Kashi says, open door with one hand, other hand, behind back. Hiding surprise flower bouquet. Easy.
Get it. You get it.
So, I guess a part of me, now, once again, correct me if I'm wrong. I was going to ask you, like, where your expectations come from. And I feel like, and I don't know your parents, like, super well, but I feel like your mom or your dad treats your mom really well. Is that kind of, like, where the expectation comes from to, like, be...
Oh, it absolutely is
like,
from my dad.
or...
My dad always opened my mom's doors. He opened me and my sister's doors. He taught my brother to open all the doors for the ladies. Like, that was just very much my norm. And I never wanted that to change. I don't feel like it should change, even if somebody I likes me. So, but he doesn't do that. So I should just be okay with him not doing that. Like, imagine, I'm sorry. Maybe I am a brat, and I accept that. But, like, if I go my whole life never opening a door when a man is around, how come you come in the picture and all of a sudden I'm opening doors? That makes no sense. You should add to my life. If I have to open doors now, I don't even know how to work a door handle when a man is around. I'm sorry. Mind you, I'm forward thinking. Women can be independent and self-sufficient, but my hands stop working when there's a door and a man around. I'm sorry. That's just what happens to me. I don't know. I can't control it. It's always been like this.
The next time we're in person together, I'm just going to stand in front of the door and see what happens.
Be standing there, not going wherever we're trying to go. My hands don't work, dude.
Yeah. we'll just have to wait for somebody else to like exit the building before we can go inside.
Yeah.
And even then, we're gonna have
Somebody else
to,
to hold
you
the
know,
door
like
open.
slide in there without touching the door handle. But Kashi says,
We're gonna run at the same time.
yeah. We're both gonna run at the exact same time. Kashi says, Kashi says, Giggles, next time you want to sniff out a new dude, invite me along. And if I riz you better, he's not worth it.
You've already done so much better in these past few chats than he did in the past 2 months. So what does that say?
Damn, it's really like that? Like, he's that bad all of a sudden? He's gone from, like, pretty amazing to, like, nah, Kashi did better in the past 5 chats. But Luton says, no.
I'm just being facetious.
Luton says, no, you're not a brat. Thank you, Luton. You're welcome, Giggles. Lemonade says, love brat behavior. You own it, and make no regrets doing so. And Kashi says, that means your standards need to be even higher.
Right. You're so right. And the thing is, it's really hard, I think, for me, is I have very high standards, but I also can see beauty in so many different people. And so it's like, I will really appreciate and love spending time with someone that I know is not going to do all that I would want them to do, but I just appreciate who they are. But they don't go together, you know? And it's just so rough. And so I know that, I feel like it's hard because it's like, I almost have to lead with the standards because I could love anybody. I really could. I really truly could. So I have to be selective with who I spend time with because I could grow to love somebody that will never meet my standards. And not that standards are more important than love, but they have to coexist and find a balance. You know? One can't be sacrificed for the other. You can't have someone meets all your standards, checks all your boxes, y'all don't love each other. You can't be with someone you love and they are just not meeting your standards. They have to live together. And I think that I've never found that balance. And that's what it's all about, finding a balance.
I understand. Ludin says, don't let him twist or lower your expectations. Happy wife, happy life. And Kashi says, literally, you need to find a certified hashtag wife lover. And Mild Hunt praises the game music as soothing. Soothing game music and talks about significant
migrating voice.
No. Lies. But, I'd say in contrast to soothing game music in contrast to the tough topic. But Lemonade says the emotional load and mental load need to be shared, not one-sided. This is true.
Yeah.
This too. So I guess we've kind of spoke a bit about what a happy what a happy relationship would look like for you having a boyfriend. But I guess separate from that, what do you think a good relationship between a man and a woman, what is that? Or maybe just partnership in general. What would a good partnership look like? I guess, what do you expect out of a man to do and a woman to do, I guess, in a relationship? So, like, opening the doors are within the man's responsibility? Is that...
Yes. Yes.
Okay. We'll go on.
Absolutely.
What do you think would be the responsibilities?
That's a big one for me. I'm honestly like, I'm not super big. Actually, is that true? I'm not super rigid on like clearly defined traditional gender roles. I will say everyone needs to do what works for them. I think for me, just do what makes sense. Like, if one partner is clearly making more money than the other partner, then I feel like the finances should be split in a way that's like proportionate to the amount of income. I'm fine with being with a man who's the breadwinner and the provider, and I'm just living my artsy fartsy life. I'm also fine with it being 50-50, if that's where we're at. I'm also fine if my artsy fartsy. The thing is, I won't break my back slaving away working a bunch of jobs to provide for someone that is not pulling their weight. That's a no-go for me. Absolutely not. But if I am doing, work that is fulfilling and lucrative, and I'm making more money, and he's maybe doing something else that is, valuable in other ways and maybe not as lucrative, I'm fine shouldering more financial responsibility. Like, so that I'm not like, he needs to make 20 figures and I need to sit on my butt and do nothing. No. But some people that works for them too, and that's fine. But that's not my requirement or expectation. I think that as far as like that being said, I think as far as household responsibilities, I want that to be equal at the worst, and he does more at the best. I'm never doing more than 50%. I'm just not. Like, unless if I'm not working and he is, then I feel like I should.
Oh,
But
I appreciate
we're
the
both
honesty.
working-
Go on.
but if we're both working, there's no reason why I should be doing more for the children. You don't know their birthdays. You don't know any of their medical history. Like I'm like the primary parent, the primary cooking and cleaning. Because that's the thing. Because people expect this of women. Like they will expect housewife behavior from working women. That makes no sense. And guess what? If I'm the one that's working and he is a stay-at-home whoever, you are taking those responsibilities. I'm gonna be real mannish in this relationship. Okay, I come home, there better be hot food on the table. Those kids better be burped, fed, clean.
I get you.
They better be asleep. I better have my food on the table. You better rub my feet.
Anyways, while Giggles fantasizes about this, Mild Hunt says Giggles' voice is fine. Kashi says voice of an angel. Always love Giggles being here to yap. Heh. And Lemonade says I can hear the two brain cells working overtime about me. And you can do it, Taku. Thank you, thank you. Playing the game and and yapping is it's a full-time job. But Mild Hunt says opening doors, taking out trash, checking the home perimeter before bedtime. Okay, the home perimeter. Is that a thing? Well, anyways.
Might have to do that sometimes.
And then Lemonade says sweep the house, patrols the house with AR. And Mild Hunt says she just described the Real Housewives show. You know, I've never seen that show, actually.
Yes.
You've seen that?
They're so good. We would have so much. They have them all over like different cities across the U.S. We would have so much fun watching that together. It's ridiculous.
Oh my. And Ludin says, like, you wanted this. Show you care. And Kashi says, nah, bro, if I ever had a partner, I'd definitely be making more money than them. So if anyone's the homemaker, it's them. Lamau. And Brave says, Giggles be like, huffed and puff. And Lemonade says, I once told my husband, you wanted to be a dad? Here, be a dad. I want to go stand in the shower like a K-drama protagonist.
Yes. Yes, yes, and yes. I really didn't answer your question about my expectations. I will say it's not a. Go ahead.
Oh, go on. I think you did answer a bit, but go on. What were you gonna say?
The trash thing is a good point. I have never taken out the trash so much than when I lived here with my sister, and I actually real life hate it. I hate touching the garbage. It knocks like 10 points off my day every time I have to do it. So if there were a man around, I would just ask that he shoulders that responsibility. I'm gonna be honest. That would be a request. That's not a requirement. That is a request. Yard work, I will say, I would want him to do as well. I would help. I would love to guard. I don't want to mow the lawn all the time. I would take a turn, but I would love for that to be his primary responsibility as well.
So
that I will say.
You would be more inclined towards, like, I don't know how you'd phrase it, like traditional gender role, I guess? Is that?
I would.
I would. I'd say so. I think I tend to lean that way just because that's a lot of what I saw growing up. But I can be a lot more equitable in my partnership. Like I'm not so unreasonable that I'm like this brute force that needs to be obeyed or else I'm like cracking the whip. No. I'm just saying I have requests and certain things that I like and I would like if you did them, but if you don't want to do it, that's okay. I just might not be with you anymore.
Okay. Interesting. Understandable.
That's how everyone should be. You have
Hmm.
things you like. Someone either does it or they don't. You're not
Hmm.
gonna sit here arguing. Why don't you do this for me? Just do it. Come on, do it. I don't want to do it. That's such a waste of energy. Do it or don't.
Hmm. I
Are you
gotcha.
gonna be the type of person to do it, or the type of person that doesn't do it? And if you do it, what kind of attitude do you have when you're doing it? If you have a bad attitude and you do it, I don't want it. If you have a bad attitude and you don't do it, definitely don't want it. If you have a good attitude and you do it, even better.
Hmm. So ideally, he would be pro whatever it is you'd like him to do, and he should want to do it. Does that make sense?
Yes, I feel like I'm contradicting myself a lot. Like, it's so unreasonable. Do everything that I ask. I know, honestly, like, in practice, like, when it comes down to it, I would be willing to, like, find a healthy compromise. Like,
Mhm.
I know that I would. This is just how I talk, and it's really fun to talk like this.
Mild Hunt says, we have gardeners, but if a spooky bug gets in the house, that's his job. That's funny, though. Lemonade says, if you pee standing up, you are cleaning the toilet. I'm not wiping up your pee. That's not my mess. I don't miss when I pee. One irritating summer evening after deep cleaning.
That's very real.
That is kind of fair. You know, my my last relationship, my girlfriend was telling me, what was it? She was ranting to me about how men pee standing up and that the toilet seat should always be down because women are gonna sit. So it's unfair that women need to keep putting the seat down, and that men should be the one to do it. And
Yes.
I mean, I guess before I continue, how do you feel about that statement? Do you agree or disagree?
I'm in agreement. Default should be down, lid closed. Period.
Okay. Okay, actually, you raise an excellent point, but
Let's do a poll.
well, how do I want to phrase that?
Seat up, seat down.
Uh,
There are a lot of females in this chat, I will say.
skewed poll. Okay, we all know that. There's not even a point of polling. We already know what the answer is because of the demographic. But I remember I was telling her that to me it is fair. To me it is fair that like that if men have to put the seat up, that women have to put the seat down, because we both operate the toilet differently, and we also both do the same amount of work when it comes to putting the seat up or down. So to me, it's 50-50. So I think it's fair. And if anything, it would be skewed more towards more in women's favor to have the seat down, because men go use this toilet seat up and down as opposed to just down. So there's a higher likelihood that it is down, but even if it were to be a back and forth of up and down, that would be 50-50, which is still fair. That's what I was telling her. She seemed kind of bewildered. But I don't know. To me, it's fair. It's fair. I go up, you go down. With the toilet seat. That was a poor way of phrasing it, but the toilet seat. I go up, you go down, right? With the toilet seat. So ultimately, it's even. It's 50-50. But Luden says, this is making me think though. My boyfriend isn't really an outdoor person. I was raised to do outdoor chores, toss the trash, so when it comes to getting rid of bugs, it's kind of odd for my boyfriend to be masculine for me. Like I'm not sure I'm sharing or letting go of masculinity, but I know I struggle with being femininity. I see.
Mm-hmm. That's interesting.
Mm.
No, I do this thing sometimes where I do like when, men do what is traditionally seen as masculine. But
Mm.
then sometimes I have this thing like I want to prove I'm like, I don't need you. I can do this. And then I like try to pick up something heavy by myself. Or like prove that I'm like more physically adept than them. Or
Mm.
like I just want to win. I think that's what it is. It's not about being feminine or masculine. I think I just want to win
Mm.
over them sometimes.
Okay. Mild Hunt says it should always be down if they live with women. That's the rule. Uh, I respect the I respect your opinion. Kashi says, "What about closing the toilet seat all the way down before you flush and leaving it that way because of bacteria plume?" That does make sense though. I think
Yes.
that's a valid argument.
Yes.
But if that were the case, then you kind of create a scenario where you always have to lift something, right? Like before, let's say the toilet seat is either up or down. Let's say the lid is always up, the toilet seat's always up or down, right? If you close a lid all the time, you just create a scenario where now everybody's opening the lid, which is kind of the same thing. I guess no, that's kind of fair, because then that would create the same 50-50 of like now everybody's opening the lid. So ultimately, I guess that would be fair. But Brave says, I've never seen a toilet closed. So the toilet closed thing comes from like some kind of study where the bacteria, someone like flushed a toilet and saw where the bacteria particles went from the toilet, and then it gets like all over the room, basically. That's where the closing the seat comes from.
Toothbrushes, faucets, handles, doorknobs.
Yeah, toothbrushes. Kashi says, what about women have slightly smaller bladders, so technically they might need to pee more? Do they? I mean, you would know better than I would. I've never heard that before, but that's interesting. Mild Hunt says, I would go so far as to install a separate urinal if it's that bad, but I'm not cleaning it. A urinal. The first urinal ever seen outside of an actual public space. But
that'd
Lemonade...
be interesting.
Yeah, going to like your friend's house and seeing an actual urinal installed on the wall. But Lemonade says, in my opinion, toilet seat should be down with the lid damp all the way. With the lid dampening the sound for sensory issues for me and the baby. I see. That's another good point. Kashi says, or just don't live with a man. Lamau. So easy. Mild Hunt says, Giggles is a winner. All I do is win no matter what. On average, maybe 50 milliliters difference, so probably not that significant. I guess, this is it's interesting that this comes up because this is actually kind of topical. I was watching I have a bad habit of watching Jubilee videos. And the one that
yourself off.
Huh? Yeah, it pisses me off every single time.
Yourself off.
It doesn't even matter if I like agree with like the circle or like the presenter. I'm always gonna get mad about something. So, anyways, it's interesting because yesterday they were like interviewing the manosphere or something, and to just be like crystal clear, I do not agree with the manosphere. But I do think that it's interesting that I was watching a argument debate about like 20 people in the manosphere debating this one guy that I don't remember like where he came from, but he wasn't part of the manosphere. I don't know what his like credentials were, but it was interesting to watch them debate. It's so interesting. But anyways, not the manosphere. Just to be crystal clear, I do not agree with the manosphere. I have no involvement with the manosphere, and I don't intend to have any. So I guess that aside, going back to the original topic. Oh, sorry. Kashi says, gotta go to bed. Thank you, Queen Giggles, for yapping. I wish I could listen to you talk forever, Sigh. Night night, Taku, night night. Chat, goodbye forever. Good night, Kashi. See you later.
Not forever. Good nighty night. I missed you. Mwah, mwah, mwah.
Ew. But Ludin says... Ludin says... oh, sorry. There's ads.
I think I ads.
We'll wait for the ads. There's a way for me to see the ads, or like when they show up, but I don't remember how to do that. Anyways, apparently it was pretty good ad timing. How would you... Well, okay, we should probably talk about it when they get back, but the,
Yes.
how would you... I guess the next question is, how would you describe the manosphere? I guess...
I watched an interesting documentary on it, actually, on Netflix.
Yeah. The manosphere?
Yeah, it was very interesting.
Actually, I should probably check out that documentary. I don't want to get, like... That's the thing. It's one of those things where, like, I know they're wrong, but there's so many people that get sucked into it, I'm worried I'm going to become, like, propagandized somehow. So I need to just stay really far away from the manosphere. But AI Overview says, the manosphere is an umbrella term for a loosely connected network of online communities, such as forums, blogs, and social media channels, that promote aggressive, rigid ideas of masculinity. While it often targets young men seeking self-improvement, it is heavily defined by its opposition to feminism, promotion of misogyny, and resentment toward women. So there's key subgroups and ideologies. I'm reading from the AI Overview, just to be clear. The manosphere isn't a monolith, but rather a collection of distinct communities that often overlap. One of them, men's right activists, focus on issues they believe negatively affect men, often arguing that societal progress for women has come at the expense of men's rights. The second subgroup is pickup artists, or PUAs. Focus on learning techniques, often manipulative, to seduce women. The third subgroup is men going their own way, communities of men who advocate for total separation from women and mainstream society to preserve their independence. And then the fourth is incels, an online subculture of men who are unable to find romantic or sexual partners. This faction is often the most extreme, sometimes promoting hate speech, entitlement, and violence against women. So yeah, just to be clear, I don't support the manosphere. This is just the definition of the manosphere. So, but Brave keeps getting the Spider-Man ad. Lemonade gets Allstate. Yes, the targeted ads. But welcome back. Lemonade says Taku gets brainwashed live via manosphere. No, but Brave says, I don't like this male versus female thing. Yeah, I don't like it either. And Luden says, sorry, there was this bug crawling. Had to take care of it. I think it was interesting to watch them debate in that... Well, I don't know. I was like kind of half listening because I was playing a video game at the same time. But it was interesting to see kind of like the ignorance of, of what people were saying. It was kind of crazy. I mean, I guess that's a Jubilee video for you, but Lemonade says, majority, it's young boys. In my opinion, they shouldn't be called men if they act like that. And Luden says, oh, boys rules and girls drools kind of thing. Kinda. I don't really know how to, like...
It's just...
Go on.
It's just very extreme. I think it starts out well-meaning. It, like, helping, young, teen boys and young men gain confidence and feel like they understand their identity as a man and have community and make money. But then it goes into a very, very far extreme, and it's, like, very demeaning and belittling towards women and very violent at times. I think the essence, the motivation behind it was to, uplift men, and then it just totally got flipped, and it just takes like a lot of impressionable people without a support system, and it like kind of preys on them almost. Like I almost feel bad for some of these guys because it's like,
right.
Oh, you have to watch the documentary. It's so good. Like it just shows people that's like. I know, and this is weird as me as a woman to say, but like, I know that you were saying these very misogynistic things, but I also know that you're not a misogynist. You just fell for the propaganda and you're trying to make sense of your self-worth and your identity. And you haven't really had like a good, strong footing. And this community is just wrapped you in its loving arms
You
and
being a
took hold of your
hypothetical man,
mind.
not me, just to be clear.
No, yes. Yeah, sorry, yes. I'm not talking about Taco.
You being this
I'm talking about, like, some of the
hypothetical
men that I've seen.
straw man, not
Yes.
me. Just to be crystal clear, I'm
No.
not misogynistic.
Yes. Yes, we are not talking about Taku. We're talking about people that succumb to this.
Hmm.
And then it's just like really sad because it's like you don't really think that. You were just told to think that because it makes you feel like a winner. But what if I told you you could be a winner without crapping on somebody else? That you could be a winner because you're you. You know, some people need to hear that and they don't hear it.
I get you. But Lemonade says watered down version of it, but yeah. Luden says be a man. Son, let's go hunt that mammoth. And Lemonade says, what is your idea of a man? I guess there's that question. The other question,
No, go on.
in a similar vein, I kind of wanted to ask also, in addition to, what is your idea of a man? Do you think that gender roles still have a place in society? Or do you think that we've evolved past traditional gender roles?
I'm gonna sound real.
So I guess
I'm gonna
we'll start with Lemonade's question of like, what is your idea to be a man? Because I feel like that'd be the best place to begin. But
yes,
I guess
please share.
I'm trying to think of what a man's gender roles would be like, kind of traditionally. I think traditionally it's been more breadwinner is kind of like the first thing that comes to mind. But I mean, you were mentioning what opening. Would you say opening doors and being chivalrous would fall under the traditional responsibilities of a man?
I think so. Yeah, traditionally.
What else? What else? Is that it? Chivalry and money.
Open the door, make money, chump. That's really funny.
And then I guess, like, the long-standing traditional women's roles would be more towards, like, what? Raising children? Cleaning? I guess. Lemonade says, a man must be swift as the coursing river. Oh, no. Not the Disney. But Brave says, be a man, like Mulan. This is true, though.
That's so hard not to sing it. That's a good movie.
Yeah. I'm singing it in my mind. I'm just trying not to sing it out loud. But I guess, as an extension of that, do you think that there's... I mean, I guess my first thought is that I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't it the case that the idea of men being the breadwinner has kind of died around, like, the women's rights movement, in which, maybe not like immediately, but in that after it was more commonplace for, like, in the US for women to have jobs, then everything kind of ran on the idea that every household is dual income.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember where I was going with that.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure it out too.
What was I talking about? I need more water. What was I gonna say?
Yeah, let's have a sip of water.
I don't have
But,
any water left. I have to go get up and get more water.
You're talking about the idea of like men being. Do you think that that the idea of a man being a breadwinner has kind of died down with the women's rights movement because dual income kind of became the norm?
I mean,
So
yeah,
women
that's
started
kind of what I was
entering-
getting at. I don't know. Anyway, broadly speaking, do you think that traditional gender roles have any place in society today?
Have any place like that they belong, whether I
Or
think they belong or that they still like affect society?
maybe a bit of both.
Hmm. Um, I see. I don't want to sound all I don't know, old school,
Hmm.
but is that what I want to say? It's all antiquated. Like essentially, like men and women, aside from biology, or maybe because of biology. I don't know. See, now I'm entering dangerous territory. But walk with me. Walk with me. I feel like in some ways we have different strengths. I think that in some ways our brains are wired to prioritize information differently, and how we respond to information sometimes varies because of our biology as males and females.
Hmm.
Now, that being said, I will say I feel like men can be very bold and decisive, and I think that can be a strength in some cases. And I think in a lot of ways, women can be. When I say men and women right now, I'm meaning men, like males and females. Maybe I should just say that. Males can be very bold and decisive, and females can be very methodical and thoughtful.
Hmm.
And I think in that way, they're both have their value and they both have their place. And I think they can both work together to achieve great things. They are not the enemies of each other. Men and women are not enemies, like mortal enemies that like I think we need each other. I really do. And I think everyone has value inherently. And I think, obviously there's gonna be more impulsive women and more thoughtful men. Like that's not what I'm saying. But like we owe it to each other to help each other. But why are we always fighting? This is so stupid.
Hmm.
It's so dumb. You know? And I think historically with like the patriarchy, men have been positioned societally to be more valuable. They're physically larger, so they can kind of get their way more often. If you don't like what they're saying, bam. Not to say that all men are violent, but you know what I mean. It's easier for someone to do what you want them to do if they can't beat you in a fight. So that is a thing. But long story short, we all have strengths and weaknesses. Some are because of our biological makeup, and some are because of our personalities, some are because of our upbringing, some are just because of that's just who we are. And you know, it all has their place. You just gotta stop fighting. Stop trying to hurt each other. Stop doing all that foolishness. Everybody just love each other. What the freak?
Hmm.
Vote me for president, guys. I'll get this country
I was
right.
gonna say we're
I
starting
promise.
to sound like a politician.
My campaign.
But sorry, Brave says hopefully your dupes are in okay conditions. I'm trying to look really hard right now. But Mild Hunt says I think they do because grandparents exist and they will die on that hill. And Luden says you don't have to sound right, but only to you. We listen, we don't judge. Brave says I think they could do if they want to, or don't if they don't, but shouldn't be frowned upon either way. Mild Hunt agrees with giggles. Lemonade says, I think if you and your partner agree for more of a traditional role and it works for you, then that's good. I also think it depends on how you grew up. My mom taught us girls to be homemakers, but also encouraged us to be independent as well. Our dad teaching us how to fix things if we did not have a partner who could do it for us. And she also says giggles for press. And Brave is sold on the President Giggles idea.
Yes!
I think I kind of lean the other way, if I may, in that I feel that to me it's not I guess would you say these traits are more biological or more like learned behavior? Giggles.
A lot of it is societal, like social conditioning, I will say. And I think, and I don't have evidence for this, so this is just me talking out.
Welcome into Izzy.
Yes.
Okay, sorry, go on.
Hey, Izzy!
We're talking about the traditional gender roles at the moment. It's a very interesting conversation. Well, actually, sorry. I should have said this a long time ago, but so far everything's fantastic. We're having a productive conversation. However, generally speaking, for the rules on the channel, we try to avoid sensitive topics. This is close to a sensitive topic. It's what I want to talk about right now, so you know, it's fine. But just a reminder to be respectful and to do your best to avoid being sexist. To say it bluntly, please avoid any untoward behavior as we be respectful during this topic. Okay, sorry. Go on.
I don't know what the heck I was saying.
About whether it's like more biological or learned, I guess.
Oh, I feel like it is a combination. I think like maybe in ways that I don't fully understand from an evolutionary perspective, like maybe because, you know, males were more physically adept to, you know, hunt and such, and so they're just like go for it, conquer, because that's how you eat, that's how you survive. And if women were not out there doing the same thing and they're doing a lot of the child rearing, maybe they're taking the resources and planning and divvying up how they're going to be consumed, because that's your role in making sure that everyone survives. And I think maybe that through time kind of became embedded in our makeup. Maybe I'm just making up stuff, so I don't know how true this is. Let me know what you guys think. But I think some of that, and then from that essence, perhaps it became kind of a social thing. So now it's like, well, this worked from an evolutionary perspective. This helped kept, you know, our societies growing and you know, increasing in number, population, all that good stuff. And now, so we decide, well, if that's what works, then that must be how you must work. So now it's like a men's responsibility. Men's role is to provide, conquer, rah, and women's responsibility. Their role is to nurture, to care, to think, to whatever. And so we're told that now. And it's not even a matter of we're better at it or we have to do it. We're being told that. So it's just kind of what we do. So I feel like it could be both.
But Lemonade says, hear ye, Lord Taku dictates what we talk about. So true. And in some cultures, The women are stronger than the men as to hold down the home. Men can hunt and the women can fight off any threat. Mild Hunt says, at Lemonade, I grew up in a single-parent household. There were no traditional roles. My mother says to do your best, but don't hesitate to ask for help if needed.
That honestly, I really do. I dig that.
I guess, I mean, like Brave was saying, talk with the contrarian. I don't mean to be contrarian. I feel that it is a little contrarian, but to me, gender roles are, I think, I personally don't really think they have a place in modern society. I think that ultimately what two people agree upon between themselves is fine. You know, it's not my relationship, it's not my business. But I think that there's nothing stopping men and women from sharing or swapping what was typically assumed to be their role based on the gender. To me, it responsibilities don't need to have a gender, I suppose. So, like, coming back to, like, opening the door thing, I mean, I'll open the door as, like, a courtesy, but it's not really, like, a, something that I think should necessarily be expected of men to do, though it has been commonplace over the years. Or like breadwinning, I feel that is not necessary for a man to earn more than a woman. I think that a woman earning more than a man is, you know, to me that's just fine. You know.
Mm-hmm.
So to me, it's not really so gender specific. It's fine either way, but not to be too contrarian. You know,
I hear what you're saying,
Mr. Contrarian. But Lemonade says, "I love that from your mom." But there's nothing like particularly wrong necessarily about. I think there's nothing wrong about conforming to gender roles. I think there is an issue when it becomes like... I think there can be an issue when it becomes like expected or discriminatory. Like if you assume that because this person's a woman that they are responsible for like watching over the kids, I feel like that's the wrong expectation to have. You know? If that makes sense.
Yes.
But anyways. But Lemonade says, I love it because I wasn't taught to ask for help. And I'm having to teach myself. For a long time, I associated asking for help was wrong. And that I was wrong to ask for it. I'm still unlearning it. Never be afraid to ask for help. Especially if you need help. So true. Thank you, Giggles. Anyway, any thoughts about that, Giggles?
About the gender roles or about asking for help?
No, about the gender roles.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, like, I get so sick of, like, the whole gender wars online. I'm like, do what you want and find somebody that wants the same thing. Why are you arguing with people that you don't want and that don't want you? What
That's
are we
also
doing?
very true. That's also very true.
Like, why would I sit here and argue with you? You need to be like this because that's how I think you should be if I want to be with you. You don't want to be with them. They don't want to be with you. Now, if we're talking about how we think the world should be run, that's a big thing. But, like, one step at a time. Okay, guys, you arguing with, you know, Mr. Beefcakes 3.2 online isn't going to change the course of humanity. You're just wasting your time and energy. Okay? Like, let's get it together. Let's tighten up. Let's let's tighten up. In 2020, okay, we're halfway through the year now. In 2027, let's be a little bit quieter. Let's put on our listening ears. Let's do a little bit of that.
Let's be
Let's see how that
quieter.
changes. Like, let's think a little more.
Hmm.
Come on. That's my campaign slogan.
Hmm.
Let's turn on those listening ears.
Yeah. It's time to stop talking. It's time to listen. I get you.
You know what? That's how I would start my cult. Because you know what? They'd be like, yeah, we do need to listen. And then it becomes everybody stop talking and listen to me. And then that's how I take over. And the sole voice of reason can trust no others except for me. And they're like, yes, Queen giggles.
Yes, Queen giggles.
You know,
know-
those SpongeBob movies where they put on those helmets
Oh.
for the frog. Okay. Okay, sorry. What are you saying?
No, I was watching this YouTube video the other day about like obscure cults that nobody's heard of. There was some like cult where this lady, what was it? She had like gone online and she like believed herself to be some kind of like savior, and that she could like, I don't know if I'm getting my conspiracies mixed up, but like she think that she could predict the end of the world or something, and that only the people that are like with her will be safe. And then she amassed this crowd of like 10 people that would like do her bidding and like send out her advertisements and whatever. And then what was it? She believed in like some kind of like healing. She like drank something that wasn't, she believed it would like heal any illness, but it was really just like poisoning her over time. And eventually, what was it? I think her skin like changed to like a purplish hue or something like that. And she needed to go to like the doctor. So she was trying to convince her like cult members to take her to the doctor. But her cult members were like, well, you've always told us that you don't need to go to the doctor. And then they, what was it? She ended up like dying, and they kept her like mummified corpse in that home they all lived in together. And then eventually the police did some kind of welfare check and like found them living amongst this like mummified corpse sitting in a chair in their living room. Anyway. Anyways, that's neither here nor there. But Brave saw the video. Yeah, there it is. Just wanted to take a little detour in the conversation, but yeah. But Brave says, do what you want. And Lemonade says, time to plan a heist. Haha. And don't get any funny ideas. Beefcakes is now Taco's new username. Let's go.
Yeah.
And second this notion. Hail Giggles sounds like a fitness influencer. I don't know what was. Mummy Jerky. Okay.
What? What? That is big ills for me, guys.
There was another one where it was like there was a lady in like Korea, in like South Korea, that this might be the story I'm getting mixed up with, but like she believed that she like knew the end of the world, and she had convinced like a really, really large amount of people that they would all be safe if they moved to like an island in like Fiji or something. So then they all moved into like Fiji, but then what was it? She like took their passports or something, so they couldn't really leave. And then something like the government of whatever country she moved to kind of became like blind to her exploits of people because she was like kind of raking in money for their economy by making this giant like civilization in the middle of nowhere.
Wow.
It's kind of messed up. I don't remember how that story ended. I think she's dead now, like from just old age, but yeah. I think that place is still going. It's still out there somewhere.
Really?
Yeah, and like the Korean government supposedly got involved at one point, but well, it's not really in Korea anymore, so I'm not really sure how they dealt with it.
Wow.
It's kind of outside of the country, but yeah. pretty interesting. But Lemonade says, I know I passively listened to both of those videos while folding laundry. Are you also watching Visual Venture on YouTube? That's become my new, like, YouTube obsession. He's so good at, like, highlighting things I've never heard of and just making this giant compilation of, like 40 minutes of, like, cults that you've never heard of. That have been, like, prolific at some year for some reason. It's so interesting. Anyways. But yes, great storyteller. Ah, okay. Me and Lemonade are watching the same content. We're watching the exact same content.
That's
on
funny.
YouTube. Man, I gotta finish making this. Making the
I need to eat.
polluted oxygen thing. Man. I'm a little bit overtime, but I feel bad about having started the stream like 30 minutes late.
Oh man. What you gotta do?
Man.
You know what I wish?
What?
I was about to say something stupid. Let me not. That's not. No, I was about to make a bad joke.
Oh. Hey.
I'm gonna say it anyway. I was gonna say I wish there was a man here so he could get in the kitchen and make me something to eat.
And see, there it is. The non-traditional gender roles that I'm more aligned towards.
Okay, guys, I hope you know I'm not actually being sexist. I'm just making fun of sexism. That's what I'm doing here. Just to be clear. I know I can make a sandwich.
Luden
Not because
says-
I'm a woman, but because I'm capable of making a sandwich. Anyways, what does Luden say?
Luden says, I want something chocolate. Chocolate? Chocolate!
Chocolate?
Chocolate! Chocolate! Also, we're just barely surviving. This colony needs some work. Oh, welcome into Stefan. Stefan says, yo. Yo, Stefan. How's it going? Welcome in, welcome in. How are you?
Hey,
Welcome
it's
in,
your
welcome
girl Giggles.
It's your girl, Giggles. It's your boy, T. Brave says, I have a chocolate cookie on my desk. Ooh. Dude, have you guys got those brownies from Domino's? The ones they hand you, like, in the pizza plate, or the pizza cardboard. It's so good. Had that with ice cream last night. Double chocolate frappe from Starbucks. Oh. Oof. I can make it at my home, but I gotta remake the syrup.
You made it. Oh, that was the chat. Oh, you made a barista?
Ooh. Oh. Okay, I really gotta take a piss. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna leave you guys in Giggle's very capable hands, and I'm just gonna leave the game running and hope that nobody dies. I'll be right back.
My children, come and sit on my lap. You can trust me with your worries. Come and take a little nap. You are safe in my capable arms. I will watch over you and make sure that no harm befalls you. You know you can always call me and I'll come running to your aid. Especially lemonade. All of my I do love you even when you are naughty. Come on, little children, come to mama. Sit.
Okay, I gotta stop myself. I was about to keep going, and that was gonna go to a place I wasn't sure of, but I knew I needed to stop. Do you ever do so? I'm so funny, and it's like one of my greatest strengths and one of my greatest weaknesses. You know, I don't know if Taku's mentioned this, but I did stand-up comedy one time. Like, I really did. I wrote a whole routine, and I got up on stage for about 3 to 4 minutes. Maybe 5, actually. No, it wasn't 5. And
and I did this whole routine. And it didn't get a bad response. I was prepared to bomb. You know, you just never know if people people in your life say you're funny, you think you're funny, but someone that doesn't know you or care about you telling you that you're funny, that's when you know. If that's when the validation of strangers, it never mattered more than on the stand-up comedy stage, you know. And I got some laughs. I sure did get some laughs. I only did it once. It was about 2 years ago now, and I kept telling myself, I'm gonna go back up and do it. I'm gonna go back and try again, and I haven't. And I'm like, I just feel like now is the time. You know what I mean? Like, why the freak not? I feel honestly, guys, and I may be just like talking myself up here, but I feel like if I gave it like a solid 3 months of just like consistent effort, writing, going to open mics, I could really make a name for myself. Not because I'm so funny, but because I'm so funny and talented and so cool. Like it's a combination of all the things. That's the thing. I just have the it factor. You know what I mean? Oh, I heard Chocolate cough. He's coming back. I gotta tell him about the song. I say, you guys, let me know. Taco's very particular, and honestly, Twitches too, about like singing, copywritten music or just playing it and stuff. I always have to make up songs. So, wash your hands. I will say, oh my gosh. Okay, no, Taco is actually kind of like a little germaphobe, so you never have to worry about him not washing his hands. But I will say, I did go on Reddit one day. Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. I know you. I hear everything you do, whether you want me to or not. No. I should, I should have pretended I did so you could freak out. No, I didn't. I only heard you like cough. No one heard you pee, don't worry. Oh, no, it wasn't. Heard you like open the door. What happened? Okay, yes, tell us what happened. Oh, well, now you're muted. Oh, let me explain while I shut up. If you're explaining...
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, so never mind. It's just you that could hear. So
Oh.
It's because on Discord, on stream, I'm using my like Blue Yeti microphone. That is muted. But our Discord chat was going based off of this PlayStation controller I have plugged in on my desk.
Oh.
And it was taking the audio from my PlayStation controller for Discord only. So while everybody else was hearing me through like my muted microphone, you could hear me through my PlayStation controller, which has a really long range, by the way. I was all the way down the hall, like, coughing.
Oh, yeah, I heard you cough. Wow.
Yeah.
Awesome.
That's crazy.
I love hearing everything that you do.
Dude, sorry. I gotta change the topic a little bit, because I had my headset on. I couldn't hear all the time because I was filling in water, too, but, like, when I was, like, taking a piss and washing my hands, you were saying, that you think you could make a name for yourself. And then I was like, in my mind, I was like doing the Gambit thing.
I'm about to make a name for myself.
And dude, did you know that the Doomsday trailer came out today? Gambit's in it. So crazy. It looks like an AI trailer though. It's apparently real, but it just looks like AI because it's just like two people in the same like. A lot of the shots are just two people in the same room, and I'm like, this could really just be put into an AI generator, and it'd probably give the same thing. But, anyways. But yes, I did wash my hands, by the way. I washed my hands. Improv is peak. Hope he washed his hands. PP hands. It's just something I say to my friends and family to tease. The stream is vast and strong. And strong in Taku? Thank you. And TBH, I've kind of stopped watching Marvel. The last thing I watched was Moon Knight. I think the last big thing I watched was Endgame. And I guess I watched like that Marvel Zombies thing, but that was about it. But
My question too loud? Be honest, guys.
no, I can't even hear it.
Forgot.
I think the noise suppression's taking care of it.
What?
The Brave says, I saw multiple YouTube thumbnails that were not impressed with the trailer. Haven't watched it though. It's just because it looks like AI. Like, I'm pretty sure it's not, but it's like... If you told me that that was an AI-generated trailer, I'd be like, wow, pretty interesting job that AI actually managed to do that. But when I'm looking at it, I'm like, I know this is real, but it really doesn't look that way. I don't know. I wanted to watch the Backrooms, though. I think I talked about that already.
Oh, yeah! I didn't go see it yet.
I think the only option for me at this point is... If I'm being realistic with myself, I'm not going to the theater. I just gotta like rent it, but I do feel like that's one of those things that you should really experience like in IMAX, you know, like really get like the full.
Backrooms or the Odyssey?
Backrooms.
Oh.
More to like, I guess to like kind of see more and be more like in the film. You know? But Lemonade says I want to go to see the Odyssey in theater with hubby. Sail the Seven Seas. Okay, well you sail the Seven Seas, but it's still on your like small screen though, even regardless of the method of acquiring it. Aside from going to the theater, I feel like it's still gonna be the same. You know, it's always not gonna be on a small screen, unless you have like a at-home IMAX theater. Which
oh my gosh, no! I want to see the Odyssey in 4D.
So
I want to see that so bad. There's a 4D theater by me.
Is that the shaking one?
It's actually, yes, it's so funny. It's so fun.
I saw this video of like, there's some like boat scene or something, and like the whole theater shaking.
That's exactly the video I saw. That's why I want to go see it.
I think I would probably throw up if that happened to me.
No, because I watched the Jurassic World in 4D. Funniest thing ever. Like, I almost spilled my popcorn. The entire theater was like cracking up laughing because we were just shaking. Like, it was so fun.
Shaking and bacon. Lemonade says HDMI cord to your TV and a sound system. I don't know. Luden says I kind of want to see the Backrooms, but it's more for mental health wise. Sounds odd, but yeah, like seeing the Backrooms would be good for your mental health. In what, like a satisfying your curiosity of the unknown kind of way? Lemonade says, watched Bullet Train in 4D. It was very fun, but also ripped my soda. Oh no, can you imagine working at the movie theater? Cleaning up all the drinks. All the spilled, like,
oh my gosh, I didn't think about that.
Everybody puts their drink on the shaking device. Man, it must be sticky in there, dude. Everything's just all sticky. Nasty.
Ooh.
Also, it's insanely hot in my base, man. Oh, actually, it's like 109 degrees. That's crazy.
You're lying. Really?
Yeah, I am. I'm just making stuff up. I'm just kidding. No, it's real. I didn't realize. Maybe that's what Brave was getting at a while ago. Brave was saying, like, I hope your dupes are okay. And I looked at them and I was like, oh, they're fine. But now that I'm looking harder, they might not be doing so hot.
Yikes.
Let me get some stuff to hopefully nullify a little bit of that temperature. Anyways. I don't know if this really helps. Oh, we'll just see what happens.
I love chips.
Lemonade says, it's actually very healthy to be scared. It fires up your brain and releases the good chemical for relaxing. I am an artist. I don't do words or anything well. I do my best. And you do a very good job. You do a very good job.
You're the best at it.
I think it's more so like, for me, I want to watch it for my curiosity. Everything I've seen about it is something that like I would be interested in. But I really thought it would just be a movie about like a bunch of empty rooms, and I thought that was kind of stupid. But like even on YouTube, so it turns out that guy that directed it, that like 20-year-old, he apparently started doing like kind of like I think it's like Blender, like CGI kind of work on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
And he has some like pretty good like high production level quality for like a 16-year-old working by himself. That's crazy. So he has like a whole like YouTube series, and then the movie is almost like not really like a continuation. It's something of a continuation of his YouTube series, but it's more so that it's like within the same universe. So I think it's pretty interesting. Like the way the world operates and the character study, I feel of the main characters is something that really interests me personally. So, anyways, interesting, eh? Pretty interesting. What'd you say? What'd you say?
Yes, I'm disagreeing.
Yeah. Indubitably, yes.
Yes, of course, yes.
Lemonade says, he did a good job. I was very invested. And when Wendigoon reviewed it, it scratched my brain so good. Dude, it looks so good, man. I want to watch that with giggles.
Oh, I wish we could.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie though, if we
Just
did
wait
find
till
a way, I'd probably have to just like mute giggles for the whole movie.
Wait, is it like jump scares or no?
It's not really
It's
like
suspense.
jump scary, it's more like suspense, but I know you'll be like, oh, no,
No. Yeah.
he's not. No! Don't go in there.
Why would you?
Why would you
Yeah,
do
you're
that? So, but yeah, Lemonade says it's more ambient. So it's a lot of like, you know, like the like ceiling light noises. It's like the gentle like of like the ceiling lights.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be like kind of like that, but better experience than IMAX.
Okay, right on.
So, you understand.
But
Brave says, I hate that light noise. Honestly, I would hate, like, in real life, I hate that. But for the movie, I think I'd have fun in the movie. But only for the movie, not in real life. I think it's more about setting the tone. Setting the tone.
I love like just consistent noise. That's very like soothing to me, even if it's very loud. What wakes me up is like when noise is like inconsistent. Like it's really loud and then it gets quiet, I'll wake up. It's really quiet and then it's suddenly loud, I'll wake up.
Oh, I get that. I go crazy with like consistent sounds. I need like silence for the most part.
Oh.
Silence or like a variety of sounds, unless I'm sleeping. Sleeping is more like quiet /
Variety of
consistency. Like maybe like low
So like
noise.
you fall
But...
asleep to like a
Okay, I couldn't fall asleep like
Like
that, but but Lemonade
okay.
says, I get the feeling if Giggles was in the back room, she would just nope the heck out and blame Taku for getting her in there.
Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely.
Oh, sometimes I get a little curious. But if I sense there's danger, I'm out.
Honestly,
I'm not that curious.
I'm open to exploring the back rooms if there was no monster in there, and if I could like easily just get out.
But not open to exploring. You can't guarantee those things unless you explore. I'm open to exploring so long as I know everything I'm gonna encounter.
It takes away the sense
Well,
of adventure.
No, it's more so that like I need to know that I'm like safe and I'm not gonna like get lost and die of dehydration and starvation, you know.
Part of the adventure.
It doesn't sound like a fun part of the adventure though.
It's the risk.
Lemonade says that it would just turn into a comedy. Actually, I gotta check my Steam wish list real quick. There was one thing I was considering getting that I really should have got a long time ago. I think it was called like Pools or something. Maybe that'll be the next thing I work towards getting. Oh shoot, I was supposed to buy the Lego Batman game. I'll get there. But there's where is that? Is it called Pools? There was something like Shoot. I have like a million things on my wish list. Yeah, it is called Pools. That's overwhelmingly positive. It's a walking simulator. Explore, admire, and listen. Uncanny, relaxing, unnerving, eerie, immersive. No monsters chasing you or jumping at your screen, but can feel oppressive at times by invoking fears of getting lost, the dark, tight spaces, and liminal space architecture, inspired by backrooms. It's kind of like endless halls. You just walk. Well, the architecture's interesting, at least, but yeah. Anyways, that was neither here nor there, but
What do they have to do with backrooms?
what?
So it had to do with backrooms.
It had to do with backrooms?
That's what you said. It's like backrooms
Yeah.
inspired.
It's inspired by backrooms. It's kind of like backrooms without the like horror aspect. I mean, it might be like unnerving, but it's not like meant to like frighten you necessarily.
I see.
But Lemonade says, I want to explore liminal spaces without threats because then my mind will end up tricking me. There's something there when there really isn't. And sounds like what I want. Yeah, it's a game called Pools. Sorry, let me check how much it costs. I think it's like $10. Excuse me.
A hiccup or bird?
A mix of both. More of a hiccup burp.
Delicious.
Oh, it has a demo. It's $10. Sneak the Bear already owns it. It's so sad I don't see Sneak the much anymore. But it's because Sneak the moved like across, like on the, I think like the exact opposite end of the globe or something. It's like right when I'm awake is when she goes to sleep, basically. Anyways, what was I doing? Brave says, how about an anomaly game? Instead, like the Exit 8. It was pretty fun to watch when it was booming in YouTube. Oh, Exit 8 does sound interesting to me as well. I've seen like a little bit, but I haven't seen like a whole lot. Sometimes I'll be like, oh, that's interesting, and then proceed to not look at it too hard in case I decide to stream it. That's one of those things. Exit 8. That'd be fun. Actually, Halloween is coming up. Maybe I could do a scary something for Halloween. That sounds like a good idea, actually. How do you feel about horror, Giggles?
I don't love it. I'm gonna be honest. I like thrillers. I like suspense, but horror. I don't like gore. I don't like feeling horrified. I don't want to be disturbed. That's not entertaining for me. I don't like it.
I think, for me, like, 1000%, I definitely agree with you on the gore thing. To me, gore's not scary, it's just gross.
Yeah, disturbing. I don't like being disturbed.
Maybe in, like, real life it'd be scary, but for the most part, it's not really scary to me, it's just gross. So. Oh, but Lemonade says, alright, need to hit the hay. The cows are asleep, and I am also a cow. Moo. Rest well, everyone. Good night, Lemonade. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your night. Thank you for joining us tonight.
Like my song.
Good night, good night. Brave says, good night, Lemon. And Halloween is coming. Holy, when did 2026 go? Almost the end of the year already. Yeah. Time flies, man. Like, I don't know what it is. Like, I feel like ever since I got COVID, like, my perception of time has just been gone, man. Like, I genuinely do think that, like, COVID damaged my brain. Like, I'm not even, like, joking or exaggerating. I do feel like I took some... yeah, I do feel like I took some level of brain damage from it. At the very least, like, I can't... Like, I still... Like, at this moment, I still feel like my day hasn't really started, and I just kind of got up. And I've been feeling that way, like, all day. Despite having been awake the whole time, all day. Like, my perception of time is, like, really shot. I don't know, like, what to do about that. And it's not just like, oh, you're getting older and time goes by faster. Like, no, I genuinely feel like I just woke up this morning.
Oh, that's not good.
But Brave says, thankfully I dodged COVID. How about you guys? I got it twice. I got it twice. It sucks, man. The second time wasn't so bad, but the first time was like, dude.
Yeah, one time I had it, I was actually scared because I remember I walked up the stairs at my house and I was out of breath. I was like, oh shoot, this is actually really scary. So I run up the stairs. Like that's just what I would do. I would always run. And I was like walking and I'm tired.
Mhm.
Horrible. I really value my health now. I'm like, oh shoot.
I get
Yeah,
you. It is a pretty not great experience getting COVID, I must say. It just sucks, man.
muy not bueno.
Like super, like not, like super, like not good. Super.
No, like literally, it's like honestly, I have to say it's gotta be the worst.
It's like actually, like actually, like actually, like actually the worst. Like actually the worst.
Yeah, no, literally. For sure.
What's the most sick you've ever been?
Ooh, sick. I was really sick when I was a kid. I had like a stomach flu,
Mm-hmm.
and I would not stop throwing up. Like I couldn't keep anything down, and they almost took me to the hospital, but they didn't because I was really sick for I don't even know how long, but it was like a long time. And then all of a sudden, I just got really better the next day. But gosh, I was already like a skinny kid, and I was so dehydrated. I was so weak. Like I had to be basically carried around everywhere. I guess I probably could have went to the hospital, but yeah, I was just so like frail, and I just couldn't keep anything down. I had a fever. I was just like a noodle.
Noodling.
That was actually, Brave, that was really the funniest thing you could have ever said.
Never thought Giggles is skinny from her voice so frail. And my mom got so paranoid she put a clove of garlic in every corner of the house for COVID. You know, I do hear that like raw garlic has some like level of like medicinal effect or something like that.
I tried that one time. It burnt my chest so bad. I said, I'm never doing it again. Mm-mm. That is so funny. I never thought you was.
Huh? Oh, the skinny thing?
Yes.
I never thought you were skinny.
I mean, listen to you.
I mean, yeah. Listen to you. I mean, never thought you'd be skinny. Never ever. Have you heard yourself?
That's hilarious.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
Yeah, I've always been pretty naturally lean.
Naturally lean. Like a cut of beef. Naturally lean.
I'm actually pretty
5%
buff
fat.
sometimes.
Yeah.
Tell him, Talkie. Tell him I'm so buff.
Giggles is like super buff. Like super, super buff. Like ultra
Yeah,
mega
buff.
buff.
Like
Like-
super ultra mega buff.
Like super.
Like red. Like
Super
actually shredded.
Yeah.
Like toned to the gods.
Yeah. Like incredibly,
pretty intense.
incredibly buff.
Like it's actually pretty intimidating.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
We're
What?
not exaggerating.
Graves is what? I don't know. It's just late o'clock, man. I don't know what life. I don't know what the meaning of life is anymore. We're just talking.
Yeah, we're just
We're
saying
just
whatever.
saying stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, we're just the words are coming out and I'm not stopping them.
Oh. Actually, we've hit about time. Is it about that time?
I don't know. Would you say it is?
Maybe. Maybe it is.
Perhaps.
Maybe it isn't. I mean, who's to say, you know? Who's the, you know?
Can you imagine we just stayed up on stream and just talked until we got like super delirious, and that would be so much. Bro, we have to do another marathon stream. Like when we're reunited, that's like the first order of business.
When we're united.
Yes.
When we're brought together.
Yes.
Any amount of shenanigans can happen.
Yes.
I mean, it has been... This is the first time you've been on stream for a while, huh?
Yes. And I'm living it up. This is great.
Yeah, man. You should become a streamer. Mm-hmm. See? Thinking about it.
You know, my brother, he's trying to get my mom to stream.
Well, I remember you were saying, like, he's trying to get, like, your whole family to stream or something.
Yeah, but he's actually, like, taking steps to get my mom to stream, like, Sims.
There would be appeal, I would say.
I would love to stream, honestly. Like, you make it seem so fun. I just don't have the setup. And I'm just like,
Yeah, if you just ask your brother how to, like, build a PC, I mean, I'm sure all it takes is just the funding, essentially. I'm sure he could help you build one. And then you've got Mr. PC expert me right here to
you're so
help you out as well. What do you think you'd play, man? Oxygen?
I don't know.
I mean, you could just do
Definitely
a chatting
that.
stream, honestly.
I love chatting and, like, watching videos and just being silly, but games would also be fun.
Yeah. There is an audience for people that have never played a game, but ever. But
Yes,
Brave
and I
says...
wouldn't mind showing my face. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, Brave says, I streamed. I stopped. A bit too stressful. I just want to play some games, you know? That's real.
Okay, well, guess what? I'm following you.
I used to be
what?
on a bit of a, or I don't know. Nowadays, I'm just like, I don't know. Streaming is my therapy. You know, it makes me feel warm and fuzzy inside.
Yes. Release.
Release.
Was your last stream 7 years ago? Sorry, we don't have to talk about you streaming if you don't want the spotlight. But I am curious when you last streamed, Brave.
1 million trillion years ago. 1 billion thousand trillion billion. Brave says me when I'm in college. Lol. I feel like that's the most chaotic time to be streaming. In college?
Mm-hmm.
That's chaos. That there is chaos. 5 years ago? Dang. Jeez. How time flies. More. Brave be like, well, would you look at the calendar? It's been more than 5 years. Oh
7?
my.
6, 7.
6? 7? 6, 7. 6, 7. 6, 7. 6, 7. 6, 7. 6, 7. I'm so brain rotted at this point, dude. I'm just gone.
Just let it rot, bro. Let it rot.
No, do I want to let it rot?
I don't know.
I don't have a whole lot, man. I don't have a whole lot of brains to spare. After COVID, I take all I can get. But Brave says, yeah, I'm kind of afraid to look at a calendar. Time flies. Giggles, do you think if I would you hypothetically, if I handed you $100, would you be willing to just like sit in like a quiet room for like a day? Like there's nothing in it. It's just like an empty, like white walled room. Nothing is interesting about it. Not even the door.
Am I allowed to speak?
You can speak, but you're pretty much going in
Oh,
with like
easy.
just the clothes you're wearing.
Bro, that's so easy.
There's no
Because
clock.
I talk to
just get let
myself
out.
so much. Like,
Brave is in.
I'm telling you. You know what's funny? My mom, she sent me this thing.
Mhm.
And you know, it's like those like fake like news clips or whatever. But it said the key to like not going insane if you're like in solitary confinement. And I was like, I know exactly what the answer is without even checking. Guess what it was? Talking to yourself.
Hmm.
That literally, like I'm telling you, I could keep my brain engaged because I could talk to myself for hours. And I have before.
Oh.
I literally have. And it makes you seem crazy until you realize it keeps you from going crazy.
Hmm.
It's like verbal processing, the cognition, you know, getting it all out of your head. It
Right.
literally keeps you from losing your marbles. Like I would love to see what my brain does. Obviously not for too long because then I would actually go crazy. But like a day, easy.
Hmm. Me on stream. But Brave says, Giggles, I'll go in after you. Taku, prepare $200 instead. For me and Giggles. Okay, but in this
Absolutely.
hypothetical, you two would be in separate rooms, because then you guys would talk to each other, and then it wouldn't be as...
That's fine.
Because I saw something like a hypothetical for, like, what, like $300 million if you could survive a year in solitary. Just zero...
Honestly, I think I would be an insane millionaire. Like I don't even know if that's worth it if you actually lose your mind.
Yeah. I don't even know if you could, like, come back from that kind of, like...
That's what I'm saying. It's so
damage.
psychologically damaging. Like, are you even you after you leave that room?
Oh, man. Probably not. But
Ooh,
Brave says,
you know what? That makes me want to.
That
Sorry,
you're
go
gonna
ahead.
say that about super quiet room. Yeah, there's that too. I hear like super quiet rooms are super like maddening as well. Like you can hear like the blood flowing in your veins or something. Actually, if you have like
well after solitary, go ahead.
if you have minor hearing damage or like I don't know, like the hearing of like a not newborn babe. Could you even hear like the blood rushing in a silent room? I don't know if you could. Maybe you could. I don't know. Maybe it's really that quiet. I don't know, man. I'm just yapping. I'm just a little guy. What can I say?
I'm looking up like solitary confinement experiments on YouTube. And Vsauce posted a video almost 10 years ago called Isolation Minefield, Episode 1. And it's a 35-minute video. What happens when your brain is deprived of stimulation? What effect is being cut off from interaction with them? It sounds like exactly something like we need to watch.
All you have to do is just ask me at work, man.
Yeah.
What's it like for the brain to go unstimulated? Well, ask me at work. I'm just kidding.
Actually, so real.
I'm actually
'Cause, you know, I
a little
feel like-
overstimulated at work, but go on.
Overstimulated?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm like, too
Yikes.
much work.
What's worse, you think?
Too much work or too little?
No, as far as like being overstimulated or like understimulated.
I think understimulated is better, personally. I don't know. That's just me.
Mhm.
Overstimulated makes me want to tear my hair out. Understimulated makes me just want to find something to do.
Mhm.
So,
Bro. I feel like, I don't know, like, between talking to myself and dancing, because I dance, like, all the time. Even if I can't see myself in the mirror, I'm, like, always dancing and tapping my toes and stuff. I feel like I would find ways to, like, be stimulated even if I'm lacking stimuli.
we should do that with
I'm definitely gonna watch it.
an experiment with you and your sister. Your sister will just, like, time you for, like, 10 minutes of doing nothing in like a closet or something.
It would just be hard because I don't want to fall asleep. Like, how, you know, I would fall asleep.
I mean, we could make it longer. So that you can, take a nap.
You know what?
Maybe, like...
She has blackout
nap.
curtains. I was about to say something crazy. I would actually need someone to watch me so that. Well, because I was about to say, because my sister, she's like leaving out of town for like almost 2 weeks, and her room has blackout curtains. What if I just sat in the dark room by myself? No supervision.
Oh, actually, there was a this guy on, I think he was on, like, YouTube or something. Oh, wait, no, he was on YouTube originally. And he got, like, kicked off because he was doing this, like, you're trying to set, like, the world record for not sleeping. It's very dangerous, by the way.
Oh,
That's super, super dangerous.
I would never do that.
But, he was trying to set it, and then he got banned. So then he moved his stream somewhere else. And then, what was it? Anyways. Sometime later, he did a, some kind of, like, sensory deprivation thing, where, like, he put himself in, like, a pitch black room for, like, several days at a time. Like, he was just gone from society. You could see him on his live stream, but that was because he had, like, night vision. Like, a night vision camera, but outside of that, he was just, like, impossible to see. It's pretty crazy. Crazy time.
What happened? What became of him?
Oh, no, he's fine. He's alive and well, somehow. After performing all these stunts, but he's fine. He walked it off somehow. Actual crazy person, but he did it, so. But Brave says, I can hear my heart pumping sometimes. Kinda concerning, Brave, not gonna lie.
I can too.
Well, I mean, I can hear my heart, like, beating if I, like, wake up from a nightmare. But
But it's
outside
like
of that,
regular, like if you're still and quiet, you don't hear or feel it.
no. What? Interesting. You know, my dad was saying something yesterday about, like, how he was wondering if it was normal that you breathe out of one nostril more than the other. Is that a thing? Like,
I don't notice it.
If I'm well, like, if I'm sick, it'll be one nostril, but if I'm like, well, then I breathe out of them pretty evenly, I feel like. I don't know. No, I'm doing that thing again where I, like, almost say bye, but then I keep talking.
Love when you do that. It's so fun.
The Taku and Giggles special, when I say bye, like, 10 times, but I don't actually leave.
No, literally, it doesn't talk like 30 more minutes.
Yeah.
Don't fight it.
It's like when you go to, like, a family gathering and your auntie and uncle are like standing at the door saying bye to each other for like 3 hours straight.
No, it's that thing. It's like where you're sitting down and then you say bye. And you're like, okay, let me get up and go to this room, and you say bye. And then you go and try and fix your last plate, and then you say bye. And then, all right, you're going to walk over to the other room where your shoes are, and then you say bye, and then you stand at the door, and then you just keep going, transitioning. But you're still talking.
I see. For me, it's kind of like, I feel like I'm sitting at the table, and I'm like, oh, I'm finished with my meal. I should probably go. I say as I, like, pick up another plate to eat. And then I sit back down at the table. And then it just repeats over and over and over again, indefinitely, forever. I don't know. I feel like I'm on a roll right now with this game.
Yeah, get in the flow state, man.
I'm entering the flow state. Literally. I'm sucking out the water from this, this area down here. Things are going pretty well. No one has died under my watch.
Love that.
So far. There's still time for it to fail, but so far it's all good. So, not bad. Not bad at all. No, I should probably go. I should probably just save this and call it a night. But thank you everybody for joining me tonight. It's been real.
Today was wonderful.
It really was. Giggles, thank you for your guest appearance.
Yes.
Brave, Lemonade, Luden, It's Been Real, Izzy, Stefan, Appy and Kashi, Mild Hunt, It's Been Real, Wizard of Weather, thank you for the follow. I know I'm missing somebody.
I feel like we're missing something. I should have been keeping track of my head.
But thanks for the wave, Mild Hunt.
Uh.
And Brave says thanks for the Taku Giggle special. Yes.
Yes, yes. It was a pleasure.
It was a pleasure. You know what would be
Yes,
really
yes.
fun? And I don't mean to
What would be really fun?
extend it even further, but like
No, just talk.
I was thinking the other like night, morning, whatever, the other day, that like what would make a really interesting stream is like a morning stream on like a Saturday or a Sunday, where we just like have a coffee and then talk about the news of the week. That'd be crazy. Just write down like everything that
I
happened
like
that week,
that.
and then we can just talk
I
about
like that a
the
lot.
thing.
Yes.
Would that
You're
even work with your
genius.
schedule?
Well, how early are we talking?
I don't know. I mean, for me, it'd probably be like pretty early, like 7, 8. I guess for you, that'd be like 11 or something. 6, 7.
Let me.
But
For what do you call them? For Sundays, for my time Pacific, I am working now at 4 p.m.
Damn it! No, it's all good.
So I would have to be pretty far back to go a couple hours.
Okay, I mean, we could also like
For
pre-record
Saturdays,
it.
it's variable.
Could be like a
Yeah,
YouTube
but
thing
it's
as
fun
well.
when it's live. It's fun when
Yeah.
it's live. We'll discuss this. We'll flesh out the details. I think it's definitely a possibility.
Mild Hunt, the Pikachu surprise. But yeah, we'll discuss it amongst ourselves. But
Yes,
thank you guys for joining me tonight. It's almost 10 o'clock.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for joining. It's been real.
Yes.
I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your night. I'll be talking with Giggles a little bit more, as I do. But yeah, have a wonderful night, everybody. Good night. Just waiting for YouTube now. Okay, there you go. Oh. Actually, wait, they can't hear you. Okay, no, it's all good. Okay. Yeah. It's all good. Alright, Giggles says good night and bye. Good night, bye, everybody.